Well, shit, we're live.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I did. I thought there was a timer or something. No, we're just live. Let's wait cracking the beer until people arrive. I'm just going to twist this a bit so you can actually see our faces. And hopefully we can follow the comments. Otherwise, I guess you can see them on your phone. If you open the stream.
Maybe I can.
Get your phone when people arrive. But okay, it's just you and I now, Pete. For now. This needs to get spread out on YouTube first. And I need to look in the camera there in the corner. And
Okay.
yeah, but no one's here yet, so it's just you and me. So we need to. Oh, we got 2 viewers now. Wow.
Hello. Okay.
Fantastic. I just got a text. We got the first 3 people. Hello, people. Please introduce yourselves. Who's watching? You know us, so I don't think you can see it yet. I don't know. If you just go on your main page. Hey, sup, fellas? Daniel Willis from Oklahoma. Oklahoma says hi. Hello, Daniel. Hope you got the beers that we're going to be drinking. You found it live? Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's just leave it as a backup, just if we can't follow text. Okay, we're already the first 3 people here. And you might hear baby noises in the background. It's because Peter's daughter is here too, because we're actually at Peter's place, or Plynnis' place.
Yeah, welcome to my house, my crib.
So we're here in Langholt. It probably says Aalborg on the stream, but that's because I think more people would watch an Aalborg stream than a Langholt stream.
Yeah, it's a small town with about 1,000 people living here. So.
And the video is called The Master of Hobbit's Live Social Drinkening, because we're not social distancing, we're social drinkening. But it's a stupid name. And also, maybe you have a better name than this.
And also Denmark is slowly starting to open up again.
Yes.
So at the moment we don't have the distance by 2 meters anymore. Wow, right now it's 1 meter.
Yeah, that's great. 12 people so far. That's awesome. Hello, guys. From Terry's Quick Beer Reviews. Hello, dude. So we got some essentials for a little, I guess, should we call this a bottle share or a live tasting? I guess it's just hanging out and drinking beer with you guys, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
But we got some essentials. Look at this. Snacks. Thick cuts. What kind of chips are these?
It's sour cream onion. Yeah.
Tobias, Major Macros, is watching. Hello, Tobias. And we got, unfortunately, drinking a protein shake out from my lunch workout.
That is unfortunate.
I guess Dan, are you watching from the States? Because in the States, it's lunchtime now. Here it's dinner time. It's 7 o'clock, so it's a little past. But
actually, I did work out for a little while.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
I started working out
but I was
again.
pretty close to a bar, so every time I had worked out, I would go in and drink a few beers. Yeah, that wasn't very productive.
That's how it goes. And Dan is from the States. Guys, when you're watching and you tune in, please remember to, we already got questions, that's awesome. Remember to like the video, please. So if you can do that, like the video so we can get it out to more people. And also if you can, share it on like social media. Get some people watching, tune in, get some back and forth going, which is fun. So before the question, let's just get into what we're going to be drinking. We got 4 different beers to try. And we got some extras too, in case we run out. But we're going to start with a very classic craft beer. All of them are pretty much classic craft beers. The reason why we chose, thanks for that, guys. The reason why, the reason why we pick classic beers is because we want to pick something you guys could get. So we're going to start off with a beer I haven't had in ages. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yep.
As it says on the can, draft style. Okay. So this should be like having beer on draft.
Actually, I think the last time I had this, I hadn't really had any craft beers as such. No. So to me, it was very
hoppy.
Very hoppy.
And I have to state that this was canned in October last year. So we got like November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, okay, it's like 7 months old. But that's the problem with like the company that imports them, and let's not give companies shit right now. But there's a tendency that their beers often sit on shelves and they're old.
Yeah.
Very old. So, but this is the freshest we can get Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. At least it's in a can. So I think instead of just talking, we should drink some.
Yes.
So we got glasses. Let's give you a nice up close beer here of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Fuck, guys, I haven't had this beer in years. It's gonna be fun to revisit.
Yeah.
In a classic brewery glass too. So this is the glass Peter has. He has a load of these. Unibrew. We used to be able to get them here. in
Yeah,
Denmark.
actually, I bought them at the store Peter worked at.
Yeah, of the Ølkonsortiet when I worked at the beer store back in the day.
You had these gift boxes with these beers.
There we go. This is a little technique I learned. So you guys, when you have all this stupid bubble sitting on the side of the glass, if you just slam it into the table, it will leave the glass and it doesn't look like you have a dirty glass.
Okay.
But okay, cheers, man.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like a pale ale. It's copper and orange and it smells like an old pale ale. It's like very mandarin orangey.
Yeah, mandarin orange.
But it smells like
and
old
tea.
marmalade.
Yeah.
It almost smells British in character because it's not very fresh. Yeah, let's just have a sip. Man, 7 months old Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. That tastes like 7 months old Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yeah.
It's like really malty, like caramel malty. Okay, so let's just.
There's a few questions, yeah.
What's the best IPA you ever had? You can answer that first.
Well, actually, I'm not that much into IPAs, to be honest, so I can't really remember that many.
Ooh, it's a tough fucking question too.
Yeah.
One, just think of one then that you kind of remember that you really loved. Because I know it's a fucking tough question. Like choosing a favorite of anything is really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, unless it's stout,
Well,
then I can always say.
how about
of course, but
7 months old torpedo IPA from Sierra Nevada?
yeah, that's not my favorite. No.
So I don't think the thing for me is like I don't think I have an all-time favorite. Because it's so hard to pick just one. But one in recent memory that blew my mind that I gave a fantastic grade was Double Ganger from Treehouse, I think, or Headroom from Trillium. Those are New England IPAs, but I'm starting to get back into the old school West Coast stuff. So some of that I'd love too. But you guys watching, let us know what your favorite IPA is.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to hear. I guess for me, it'd be the last one that comes to memory that I really thought was amazing or something like that, like Double Ganger, or actually also Vicinity from Treehouse. I also remember, or Trinidad being crazy good.
But a problem I always have is
Or Stone Ruin 10 for me was iconic.
I can never remember what beers I've had because the
I'm a
only
beer
times
guy.
I actually drink craft beer is with you, and you're
Hey.
always like, "Hey, come taste this."
That's not true. You drink Greenfish water.
Yeah. I guess that's technically.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, hi from Kolding.
Hello.
Kolding is in the south of Denmark, or at least for us.
From us, it is.
So, cheers to Kolding. A classic brew, Tiger fan says. Yes, Tiger fan. This is very old school stuff. Again, it's. I think if we got a 6-pack or something in the States, it probably would be fresher. At least if we were close to Chico. Maybe I should also turn off the sound on my phone. Let's see.
Yeah, but it is very unfortunate that you can't ever get these fresh.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just a shame, but
yeah.
that's how it is. But I've heard a lot of banter about fresh cans of this not really also being easy to get in California or California, the States. It's like it's almost like buttery, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's
Or
not
caramel.
bad tasting, but it's just.
Evening, gents. Boo Man's beer reviews. Cheers, dude. And cheers, Hop Scene. Hey, Rob. How are you doing? What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything? Tiger fans. That's the original West Coast Pale. The favorite will be your go-to IPA. So the IPA I drink the most. So as of recent times, I haven't really had a go-to IPA because everything right now you find is haze, and I've been a little bit sick of haze. But an IPA I really wanted to revisit. Oh, and one I've had often, I don't even know what that is. I can't remember an IPA I've gotten like on a regular basis in quite a long time. If I've gotten anything on a regular basis, it would be Pilsners right now. Like I have a case of Ectopils from OO coming my way.
But I guess the market here in Denmark is different though than from the US. For example, right?
Yeah, I think
You can't really get IPAs like that.
Yeah, you could, but it's a lot of breweries that are doing different IPAs now are focusing on making new. They're not focused on making household names. They probably have some, but nothing year round. But I don't know what I would get most often. I actually don't know. I think the one I bought the most in recent times, or drunk the most, is one of my own IPAs, Flight of Icarus. And I don't want to say that that's my favorite IPA, but that's what I've been drinking the most of.
Yeah, that's the one you
Because I can get it fresh, and I can get it straight from the tank at the brewery.
It is pretty tasty.
It is very good, but I don't want to say that my own beer is the best, because, that's very pretentious. But this is definitely Tiger Fan, the original West Coast Pale Ale. Again, it's been around for years. We got a thumbs up from Disco Dave. Cheers. Boomman says his favorite IPA ever is from Wander Beyond. It's called Octopod. It's 12% milkshake IPA. So, milkshake IPA. Do you know what that is?
Well, I guess it has something to do with lactose.
Yeah, lactose, and they put in all kinds of crazy fruit addition stuff and stuff. I just gravitated so far away from that. I think they're fun to drink, but any day of the week, if you say milkshake IPA, you give me a great milkshake IPA, or you give me a great West Coast IPA, I'm gonna go for the West Coast IPA. The whole haze thing, I don't know. I've had such hard time having hazy beers lately where I've been as fired up as I have had going back to some West Coast stuff. A lot of these reviews haven't been posted yet, but there's gonna be a lot of old school West Coast reviews coming soon.
But I gotta admit, if I have to drink something often, it wouldn't be IPA or stout for that matter. It would be
Pilsner for me.
Yeah.
That's my new thing. Or new thing, it's been for a while, but actually one that could be a go-to of mine. I had it was 2 months old, but I just imagined fresh would be crazy. But I was just blown away how good it was considering the age. Was Blazing World by Modern Times. A West Coast IPA with Nelson. It was fantastic. And we got loads of stuff. See, but I can see them here too. So it says, so that's your favorite, but that's cool, dude. That's your favorite IPA. That everyone's taste is different.
Yeah, I don't.
And for me, right now, the milkshake IPA. I mean, they can be fun, but I think if you asked me 2 years ago, I'd be more fired up about them than now. Like right now, if I have to be really fired up about beer, it has to be a barrel-aged barley wine or barrel-aged imperial stout, and not necessarily pastry stout, just a stout with the ingredients without it being like too fake tasting, or one with like thick, rich body. I've become such a critic on that point. It's crazy in the last few years.
I've had quite a few pastry stouts, so.
So one of the first craft beers I had back in the early 2000s, Kent Beer Reviews. Oh, hey, man. So this was one of the first craft beers you had. That's awesome. One of my first, at least American craft beers, was Flying Dog Doggy Style Pale Ale.
That's a great name.
Fantastic name. We got 20 viewers now. Please like the video, guys, if you can. That will get more people in. You can see like the curve of likes going up. More people watch. That's awesome. But yeah, Flying Dog Doggy Style Pale Ale. I don't even know if they still do it. I mean, we can't get Flying Dog in Denmark anymore. Do you remember the labels? They also had like a Belgian IPA called Raging Bitch.
Yeah.
That's
well, that's in the canine territory as well. So
it is.
Yeah.
Disco Dave said the last I had that was really good was Charismatico from really recommended good New England IPA. That's awesome. But I just saw that they were putting out a fresh batch of Ectopils, which is like one of my favorite craft pilsners. So I'm getting a case of that. Fantastic beer. That's a review coming on the channel of that beer soon. So with this lockdown, Brett and I at least have been shooting a few reviews, quite a few reviews. So my backlog, I think I have like 30 reviews shot to post almost. Maybe more like 27 now, 26. But there's a lot.
Yeah, well, you have been home from work during that period.
Yeah.
I have actually still been working, but from home.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been teaching through Google Meet, which.
And if you don't know, guys, it's not an app about meat. It's actually where you can hold meetings.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke. Okay, let's see. Beer Geek Holland. Hey, cheers, dude. John Rebelis says that this is textbook pale ale. Yeah, it is. And it's decent when it's fresh, but this is 7 months old. So. But we're going to have some really fun classic stuff I'm really excited about revisiting. And I think we're going to petition you guys what to crack next once we're done with this one. But Beer Geek Holland says cheers. Tobias Morel. He says his favorite right now is probably the Verdun IPAs. I guess if we're talking haze for sure. And on a consistent basis, I think Verdant is putting out some of the most consistently really, really good IPA. But I will say I've also really been enjoying the IPAs from Wylam just because they're so bright. And I love that they use Sabro. Sabro is a new hop, and it's like kind of like coconutty and pineapple-y. Mixed with different hops, you can make IPAs taste like pina fucking coladas.
Okay, that's nice.
Which is really cool. So thinking about making I just knocked milkshake IPAs, and now I just got a nice Sabro hops. Hey, milkshake IPA with coconut and pineapple and Sabro, but it's probably already been done. You need to seek out Parish Brewing out of Louisiana, great brewery. So I've heard of Parish. I think they have. Is it Ghost in the Machine? I think that's the name of it. You don't know, but
no, I have no idea.
Tobias is envious about Ecta. Well, maybe there is a couple cans for you. Who knows? Dead fresh. Tobias, if you don't know, is the maker of macros, who's also on the channel. Man, we've got a lot of people tuning in tonight. That's awesome. 25. I don't think we've ever been that high on a live stream. Okay, are you going to the toilet already?
Nope.
Okay. That would have been quick. Let's see. My go-to IPAs, Carsten Odgaard. My go-to, what's it? Odgaard. Goes to Wildfire from Abeltoft and Todd the X-Man. Actually, I posted a review today of Todd the X-Man. I don't think I've shared it on social media yet, but it's on the channel. I was about to share it. It was like that one and Wookiee IPA from Amabokus. Fantastic stuff. Classic stuff. But I didn't share it on social media because then I had some errands to do. There's like children on the stream too. This is Luna. So, but yeah, I understand why those two are some of your go-to IPAs because they're pretty great. So we're drinking Serravada, eh? Matthew Lindsay. I live 3 miles away from their Mills River, North Carolina location. It's beautiful, the Willy Wonka chocolate factory of breweries. That's awesome.
Isn't it?
A big ass brewery. This is Luna, by the way.
Hello.
Whoops, let's fix that. Yes. Wow, man, it's really writing. Beers and babies. We should call this live stream Beers and Babes.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. Okay, so, and see, this is like the Danish culture. Like this, you know, we're also not really drunk, but it's so relaxed with alcohol compared to a lot of other places in the world. I think a lot of places in the world, the fact that if you had a baby with you while drinking a couple beers, that would be a big no-no.
Why?
Because of different views on alcohol around the world. Wow, we're over 30 viewers. I don't think we've ever. Please, guys, like the video when you watch. It just, the more likes we're getting right now, the more this is going out. This is awesome. But one day we'll visit. She's gonna steal all the attention. But yeah, one day we'll visit Sierra Nevada. Oh, be careful! Don't knock over Daddy's beer. John Rivers says he finds himself drinking Captain Lawrence Effortless Grapefruit IPA over and over again. So Captain Lawrence OG Brewery, I haven't had any of their stuff in a long time. I don't OG. It's East Coast. I guess they're kind of OG, but we haven't had their stuff here in a while. Stout all the way, Colin says. I guess that's for you. And Joan mentioned Gonzo. You must be talking about Gonzo from Flying Dog. Because Flying Dog. Flying Dog has a very popular reporter called Gonzo. She is. Beers and babes. So Colin is spoiled because he's from Florida, so he has loads of beer. And Tiger Fan says Simon's still wearing the Gorgon with the t-shirt. Oh yeah. So Simon, oh yeah, you talk about black metal too. Do you listen to black metal? Yeah, I listen to a little bit of Immortal once in a while. The new Abbott.
Hi.
That's my girlfriend, by the way. Maya.
Hello.
And
what's the
there. And a little bit of Belphegor. And what else? Do you listen to black metal, Peter?
No.
Belphegor, what else? There's another one. TMOH. That's pretty good, but yeah.
Okay, du må jeg lige få...
It's not what I listen to most of, and it's mostly only during the winter time I listen to black metal. I have had something from Seven Sun. I know Devin from Seven Sun. We've hung out many times at NBCC. Do you remember her? I don't know if you've met her. We met her at like the first NBCC I was at, and we were talking and whatever, and we went out having quite a few beers after NBCC at Famatorn and had a competition of who could talk most like a southern gentleman. It was quite hilarious. We're talking with the people from Arizona Wilderness, talking like this the entire evening. It was fucking hilarious. But we also got to meet up a couple times in Copenhagen and also in what's it called? Sweden for Bruskeville. She was there last year actually with blue hair. We're gonna try herbs on camera too from the garden.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll try some dill. That is so random, dude. Ghost is fire. Skål, brothers, as CJ, skål. We have so many comments. Ghost of the Machine is from Paris. Yes, Tobias says, I think that's to my reference about the cans. Pressure Drop with it at the moment for Haze. Yeah, I really love that. Welcome. They have a beer called Welcome to the Internet with puppies on the label.
Welcome to the Internet and there's puppies.
Yeah, like weird fonts and internet lingo.
Yeah,
I think it's an attempt to make like meme stuff.
It should be horrible porn.
No. Then you couldn't sell it, man. Have you tried Sierra Nevada's 40th IPA? Is that the one they barrel aged? I don't think I have. Yeah, I think they do a barrel aged IPA. Who'd drink the barrel aged IPA? Oh, keep the likes coming, guys. It's nice to see 31 viewers. Viewers. Pressure Drop and Dea, I'm gonna go to at the moment. I don't feel like gaining a stone in weight drinking them though. Cheers. Oh, you don't feel like you gain a stone from drinking their beers. You don't feel like bloated and fat afterwards. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I've had a couple of days, but I haven't had much Pressure Drop other than the other one. But Dea, yeah, it's nice. Nice, she's amazing. Yeah, she's a very cool chick. Only black metal I ever listened to is old Batushka. I've heard of them, but never listened to it. Okay, this is an interesting question. How would you define dank? Seems that everyone has different descriptions for dank. Dank is easy. If you know someone who smokes weed, or if you ever smelled weed, or if you ever smoked weed, that's dank. Is the herbal smell that smells like weed. I think the word dank is just being misused so much by people. It's a direct reference to marijuana. If a beer is dank, that's also why Brett and I started calling dank beers ganja water. Just because it smells like weed. And I'm not a big pot smoker or anything, but you can recognize, if you've ever smelled it, you recognize it. I mean, you recognize it, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Maybe we've smoked pot once.
Oh, I don't touch that stuff.
No. It's the devil's
herb. Either.
Yeah, no, I don't drink. This is actually, it's not beer. We just faked it and put like food coloring in water and carbonated and put it in cans.
I'm getting the next one.
Good idea. Okay, should we just choose, because there's so many comments like, okay, no, actually I think we made to them. Guys, what beer should we drink next? Should we have a Weiss beer from Schneider? Should we have a Guinness? Or should we have a Belgian IPA?
We could also have Limfjords Porter.
Or Limfjords Porter. But I think the others first, because those are the ones we said we'd drink. Mm-hmm. So what do you want to see us first drinking? Weiss beer? Porter? Guinness? Not Porter, Guinness? IPA, Guinness. Belgian IPA, Guinness. We got one for IPA, we got one for Guinness. Should we just... No, that. See you.
Guinness. I remember...
IPA. Okay, people are saying Belgian IPA. 2 votes, get the Belgian IPA. It's like 9% though, so... We're gonna get knocked out from the first 2 beers. Belgian IPA, seriously, it's gonna be so weird. I can't remember the last time I drank a Belgian IPA. It's the small stubby bottles. Yes, always. We don't share beers when we're at your place. Be careful. Why do you... Okay, please give your definition. Yeah, so, yeah, that was the definition of dank. Oh, fuck, that's a great name for a beer. Definition of dank? That's a great beer name. Or ganja water. What do you think of Angry Chair? I know you got to review one of their beers. I've tried quite a lot of Angry Chair on festivals. I think it's pretty good. I think why they succeed as pastry beers is because they have that thick, crazy mouthfeel to support some of the fake adjuncts. Because when you add flavors into a pastry stout, you try to do a stout, it needs to be really thick to support it. Because I think sometimes if it's too thin, it tastes so much of the extract. It gets like it powers through everything in the beers. It's just like palate fatiguing. In order for extracted beer to be balanced, you need a crazy thick base, in my mind.
And also, I think it depends on what it is. I mean, something like coconut, I think.
Yeah, can taste like
often
sunscreen.
taste very, very.
And we're getting more likes. Thanks, guys. Keep piling the likes up. That's
also
awesome.
hazelnut is a hit and miss.
Yeah. Also, I've noticed for a lot of people, fake maple flavor is a hit and miss because people think it tastes. What is it they say? Like cinnamon. The thing is, like, it's made from fake maple syrup flavoring. Is made from a plant called fenugreek, okay. And some people associate it with cooking in India because they apparently use that. But let's introduce the beer. So you said Belgian IPA first. We got it first. So this is from La Chouffe. This is their Houblon Chouffe. So this is their Belgian IPA. It's been probably. See if we can fucking get it to focus. Nope, that's not gonna happen. We'll just do this. I think it's been like at least 5 years since I've had this beer. At least.
Yeah, I think it's been even longer for me. I
think I loved it. We've had like the nice Chouffe, the winter beer a while back, but I think it's just like classic hops. I don't think it's like modern hops. Actually, you could research that on your phone. You look up the beer. Wait, because we have two phones. Technology. But yeah, maybe I should finish this so I could drink the other one. Nothing like 7 months old can of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So I think the base for this is like a Belgian strong blonde, and then they hop it really well. I don't know if it's dry hopped, but is it on their own website? The beer, there we go. Up. It says there's a crossover beer between a Belgian IPA, a Belgian beer and an IPA, but it's focusing on the English version of IPA. Has become all the rage in the States, but what about like, says it's like grapefruit and things like that. It's fermented like the regular La Chouffe, and it says it's re-fermented in the bottle, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's hopped with Saaz and Tomahawk and Amarillo. Okay, so it is American kind of IPA hybrid. And the interesting thing about this is fairly fresh. It is from January. For like a Belgian beer or a supermarket, this was in the supermarket, a specialty supermarket setting. But that is kind of fresh. And I think this will hold up better than this.
Yeah.
I think, but this will be weird.
Why is everything in the supermarket almost half a year old or even older?
I don't know, because people don't buy it.
Yeah.
Look how golden it is. And carbonated. Holy shit, what a head. Look at that. That actually looks quite nice. Fuck, it's been so long since I've had a Belgian IPA. I don't even remember what they taste like. This is going to be fun. Oh. Look at the carbonation on that. Can you see that, guys? No, you can't because Pete's face is in the way.
Oh.
Look at that. I don't even know if it's focusing. Isn't this what people usually do? I guess you can kind of see it. Like from the bottom, but I also think this is edged glassware, whereas that carbonation icon thing in the bottom of the glass, there's like the Unibrew logo, so like it will fizz up more.
Maybe.
Let's check this one out. It's really flowery, like floral, I think.
Yeah.
It smells like a very hoppy Belgian blonde ale to me, but it actually smells kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's also like bubblegummy and coriander and I like Belgian beer is what I drink the least of, except lambic, but
it's right. It's kind of bubblegummy, but it's all kind of mellow.
Yeah. I also see Amarillo. It definitely has like a citrus pithy thing. And was it Saaz hops too? It said. I mean, that's probably the spiciness in there, which is also could be the yeast, but what the fuck? This actually smells. I think it smells better than the pale ale.
It does.
Definitely does.
It does taste better.
Yeah. Whoa, it's carbonated.
This is very nice.
It's 9%. This could get you in so much trouble, dude. It will get us in trouble because we're drinking a whole bottle each. And we have 2 more beers. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
I'm not going to work tomorrow. You're not going to work tomorrow.
Nope.
Might as well drink beer online. But hey, this is actually really good. It's much better than I expected. So I think it's Duvel who owns this company, Duvel Modgets. And look at the head too. Wow. So it's like bubblegummy and spicy and phenolic and herbal, but it also has like citrus, but what I associate with American IPA. But it has like this. Oh, we got water glasses too.
Oh yeah.
We didn't rinse our palates in between, but oh well. It has that. Is there also a little bit of dill?
Yeah, Maya dropped some dill in the water. There we go.
I'm not talking about the water in the beer.
No.
Maybe a little bit of dill flavor.
Or maybe you still got some dill in your teeth.
I don't know. At least it's not dilla. Okay, you have to understand Danish to get that hilariously bad joke. IPA Guinness says, okay, drinking Spike X GBG Beer Week 2020 at the moment. Super fresh. I've not had many Kvike beers in my day, but this one is very nice. Kvike. So Kvike is like the Norwegian farmhouse yeast, and it can ferment a beer at like 30 degrees without producing off flavors, and it's done in like 3 days. It's crazy, but it seems like it's been more popular with home brewers than actual commercial brewers.
Because it gets results quickly. Is that it?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you can control more aspects as a professional brewer, so you can get results quickly too, depending on what you make, or quicker. You can speed up the process too if you want, but good beer takes time or something like that. But that's cool. I mean, I hope it will make it to Denmark because I've reviewed every single GBG Beer Week beer so far. So it'd be awesome if it made it over here. Maybe, did I miss last year's? No, I didn't review it. It's the great one from Vega. But okay, cool. That's cool. I have only had, like, the only Kvike beers I've had have been like home brews. This is just people talking about what we should drink. IPA all
I gotta admit, this is very nice.
Yeah.
The amount of carbonation
Crazy.
makes you feel a little bit bloated.
Yeah. That's also the fun thing. I hear from so many people, they ask me, like, oh, but can you really drink wheat beers, Weiss beers? I'm like, of course. But I feel so bloated. They're so thick and heavy. No, it's because they're so fucking carbonated often. The carbonation level on a Weiss beer is kind of like this. And like the carbonation just like makes you gas up, makes you burp more. That's why it seems more filling. Of course, there's also wheats that will be filling. But I would say that drinking a thick imperial stout would be as filling as, drinking a wheat beer.
But I think I definitely have to take a walk after this.
A walk? Go to the bathroom?
Outside.
You're drinking it really quickly too.
Yeah.
I didn't pour in all of it. I did.
Oh.
But look at it. That head. That's a proper creamy.
It's beautiful.
Oh, that's how you make it focus. Look at that. It's like fucking marshmallow. Looks amazing. Say, Weiss beer IPA all day. Have this started to lift the lockdown there. Okay, Ben. So yeah, we're in the second phase of lockdown being or the opening of society, and from Monday there's a lot of new things that can open up.
Well, this Monday, last Monday, previous Monday, whatever, the shops started opening again.
Yeah.
But still with some restrictions, of course. This coming Monday, the schools are actually fully populated again with all students. And also, so far, there's been this thing where we have to be like 2 meters apart, and they cut that down to 1 meter because otherwise they couldn't fit the people in the school. So, yeah.
And then from Monday as well, restaurants and bars can open again, not nightclubs and party places, but craft beer bars and stuff. But the big problem we've had is that we didn't know what we had to do until today. So we probably can't open until probably earliest Wednesday next week. Because I work in a brew pub. If you guys didn't know, I'm a brewer in a local brewery in Aalborg. They're a brew pub. and we really been missing the guidelines because how the fuck would we open up a restaurant without knowing what we could do? I mean, it's just they've been way too slow with the information, but we finally have it now, and it's like we can have if people are coming in groups, they can maximum be 10 people in a group, and the group has to sit at least 2 square meters away from another group.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's something like no. There has to be 2 meters of space, but when a person is in the restaurant too, they have to have 1 square meter per person of space to the next person if they're standing, and if they're sitting, it's 2 square meters per person, unless they're in the same group. It's weird. And then you have to have protective seals for the barman as well, and you can't sit at the bar. So you can order at the bar, but you can't sit and drink the beer at the bar. And then we can be open until like midnight, so that's good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We have to rearrange a lot of stuff at our place because luckily our place is big. We can house like 280 people inside. But if we have to cut it in half in terms of space, that's then we have to get a lot of people in and out of that business, because it's expensive to run a business of our size.
But you have an outside area as well.
Yeah, and luckily we can use that. So we've got outside seating too, but people don't want to sit out in this weather. But luckily we have heating outside too, so that helps.
Well, actually, it's been quite nice weather these past few days, but right now it's pretty windy.
We can only hope for a fantastic summer. So yeah, I started to agree. Amazing sours too. From who? I forgot we were talking about before. You drunks are the worst. Well, thank you, TT. No, we're the best. V.A. Hemskin says, cheers! Cheers! What happened to Black IPA? You remember Black IPA?
I do. Wasn't too fond of it, to be honest.
He says he loved it, Disco Dave. Dave, I loved it too. Are you drinking a Black IPA now? You should brew one yourself. I really enjoyed it. Like Stone's Escandidian, what was it called? Escandidian Imperial Black Ale. They made fun of the name because it was called like Cascadian Dark Ale and Black IPA and all kinds of crap. But I thought if it was done right, it was really good. Because I think the bad ones were the ones that just was like stouts that were really hoppy. The good ones were beers that were blackish in color with just a lightly toasty character, and then had like a regular pale IPA type profile, preferably West Coast.
Yeah.
So, I think that was great. Are you in Northern Jutland?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Right now we're in a small town called Langholt, which is where I live.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's close to Aalborg.
Yeah, it says Aalborg on location, and that's where I'm based. And is this in Aalborg Kommune?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the municipality of Aalborg. It's the 4th biggest city in the country.
Probably.
Yeah. Copenhagen, Aarhus, Odense, Aalborg. So the 4th. And by Danish standards, it's not very big. I think it's like 200,000 people who live in my city. Is that something like that?
Something like that.
220 maybe? I can't remember. It's not a lot. Or maybe it's 190. It's around the 200 mark. 200K. And that's with suburbs included. That's not just in the city.
For you that don't know Aalborg, it's about the size where you can walk to everything.
Yeah, it's a nice city. I love it. Aalborg. We even have our own dialect in Danish, which is amazing. Not a lot of cities have specific city dialects, but where we're from, there's a specific dialect. And when we're in Copenhagen for beer things and we speak, you hear it like this, like they're not from around here, and it's so funny because Brett and I were I can't remember the name of the podcast, but we were interviewed by a podcast, a new podcast. For Blåbær Day in Copenhagen, Blueberry Day, and we're 36 viewers now. Fuck, that's awesome, guys. Keep the thumbs up rolling. This is going great. 36 people, man. If we could get this to 50, that'd be fucking cool. That'd be the most we've ever done live. But no, we were at this the festival. There was Mikkel Beer Festival, and then during that period, they also had the Cantion Blåbær Day at Himmerville, where they released Cantion Blåbær, crazy hype rare beer, if you don't know it. And there was this guy doing a podcast. We were in line from like 6 in the morning to get this beer because there was like loads of people from all over the globe because of the festival too. So you had to be in line. Fuck, we're almost at 40. It's awesome. So we were in line and we were interviewed, but it was in Danish. And he interviewed Americans or whatever too, but we were interviewed in Danish. And I listened to the podcast, and he walks around interviewing people from Copenhagen, and then all of a sudden, Brett and I come in, and it just sounds like two hicks standing talking about craft beer. You just immediately hear we're not local. It's fucking hilarious. And it's just like super, and then because we're hungover, our voices are a bit raspy too, so it sounds like even more like a harbor worker from Aalborg. It's hilarious.
Well, it's a harbor city, so
it is. It's Aalborg originally was a very industrial city, famous for Aalborg Portland and like the factories we had. Portland produced cement and things like that, and all kinds of like stuff like this. And we on the harbor there was like we had a distillery as well, the big aquavit distillery. We had tobacco factories, all kinds of places. Just like tons of factories.
Oh,
Urban, the brewery. We had an old brewery too, but yeah. Big factory-driven industrial city originally, and now it's a knowledge city filled with tourism and students, and it's quite different from back in the day. We still have some remnants.
There is some industry.
I mean, Portland still exists. From where my mom lives, there's a fjord. So Aalborg is on. If you have northern Jutland, which where we're based, which looks kind of like this. Then there's like where I did this. There's like a fjord, and then on the south side is Aalborg. And right next to over a bridge, now Sundby is, which is just like on the other side. It's the ocean kind of splits the city in two. Instead of it being one city, it's the fjord. We call it two different cities, and it's just a lot of trade and everything because of the harbor. So now you've got local history too. But yes, Northern Jutland, Aalborg. That's where we're in. This was a question. This is asked if we were in Northern Jutland.
Yes.
And we ended up talking for 15 minutes about it. Black IPA with stout body or black IPA with thinner IPA body? What do you prefer? I prefer black IPA with thinner IPA body and not like the big stouty flavors. So it's like and dry, like a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, I
can feel this beer, dude.
Yeah, me too. And also, I don't have that much left.
You're a quick drinker, man. Are you downing it? Shit. Down to 9% Belgian IPA. Be careful. Don't drink that fast. You still have a few hours to last. No, I'm kidding. Both. Both what? Oh, you love both. That's awesome. Black IPA, I think. V.A. Hemskin is drinking Fuller's Honeydew. Yeah, it's so, but that's nostalgic for me, man. When I was getting into craft beer, Fuller's was the shit. I loved Fuller's. I still think their London Porter is really good. And funny enough, you mentioned Fuller's. I actually have a fun little battle or tasting to do of Fuller's Vintage Ale from 2009 versus a 10-year-older vintage from 2019. That'll be interesting. The 2009 was a fucking expensive bottle of beer. I paid 300 crowns for that shit because it's set in someone's...
Fuller's, that's the guys that make London
Pride. Yeah, London Porter, London Pride. London Porter is iconic.
Pretty okay. Yeah.
Again, guys, thanks for keeping coming. 38, now we're back down to 34, but it looks like we're just slowly going up. It's fucking awesome, man. Now up to 36 again.
See, I think I know what the problem is. You need to, say you have to do something, right? So it's like...
ask people to like.
Yeah.
But apparently the more likes and stuff you get on these live streams, the more it gets spread out into your feed. I don't know why it is, but the YouTube algorithms are weird. And we shouldn't talk about them because then the view count is going to drop. Maybe.
Yeah.
YouTube secrets. Ooh. But yeah, Fuller's Honeydew, it's probably so now. I haven't had it in... Well, actually, I did have it last year. Now I remember it. I was actually going on a date. And we were having dinner, and when I was shopping, I saw it, and I hadn't had it in years, so I bought one for us to have, and it was actually very underwhelming.
I think the last time I had it, I used it in a cake I was baking.
Ah.
Yeah.
Jaco beer! Hey, Jake! Cheers, dude! We gotta do a Jaco. He does that in all his videos.
Okay.
Check him out, guys. Jaco he's right there, Jaco Beers. He has a YouTube channel. So you probably want to get your next beer ready. Right?
Well, maybe I can go for a walk first.
Oh, you need to smoke.
What? I don't smoke.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, not even cigarettes. Or weed.
Or pipe.
I don't drink either.
No.
Yeah.
And whilst he's away, you guys can also vote. Should we have Guinness or Weiss beer next? because I'm almost finished. So top shelf beer reviews. Hello all. Hello top shelf beer reviews. I think maybe a new beer reviewer. I don't. So the thing is, there's so many beer tubers now. Like when I started back in 2009, we were like 4, and now there's so many. So like it's really hard to keep up with watching other people's channels and whatnot, especially when you like. I'm not gigantic, but you get loads of comments and things and all this to respond to. You have full-time jobs, all these things. Time. That's also why I'm so bad at replying to comments now, because I get so many more. It's just like old videos. So I try once in a while, but I should get a bit better at it. At least answer, when you guys have questions. That'd be nice of me. We're up to 30 likes. Thanks, guys. But yeah, so top shelf beer reviews. Cheers, dude. I don't know how long you've been at this. Let us know. Viking Beard Circer. This is one of our average. Like I don't even know your name. We're gonna call you Viking Beard Circer. You comment on like all videos almost. I remember you, dude. Just dropped in quickly to say hi. Hope you dudes are doing well. We are. If you just dropped in, we're drinking 9% Belgian IPA, or I am. Pin already finished his. And it's actually pretty damn good. Like rating wise, I'd probably give this like a 92. I enjoyed this much more than I expected. And we also have water, but we'll see about that. What is it Simon says? Real craft beer, waters for horses. Actually, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story. So Brewskival, we went to Brewskival, Simon and I. And Simon is a small guy. He can drink a decent amount. But one of the things that helped you try a lot of beer at beer festivals is the drink for horses, the water. Like we drank so much water. Whenever I offered him, he was like, no, water's for horses. And then the fun thing was like towards the end, we were still quite composed, but Simon was so drunk. You might have seen some of the fun things we did on his channel. Like he was reviewing a burger and I had to like tell him what was in the burger because he was getting there. It was a bit fun, but we had a great time. Simon's a great dude. We met each other quite a few times on beer festivals. Well, not on beer festivals, once on beer festivals, but just in general in Sweden for either collabs or whatever. He's a fun dude. We're good friends. We've known each other for a long. Like he started his channel like 3-4 months after mine, so we talked a lot back in the day, and we still talk. J Money, hey dude, what's up? You've also been following me for quite a while. Oh shit, we got a person outside who's totally not smoking. Ungefär som i Sverige då. Oh, so I guess that's kind of how it is in Sweden in terms of the regulations. Need to dig into more Hefeweizen. Look into some live oak. I don't know what live oak is. What is live oak? But yeah, Hefeweizen can be nice. It's never been when I was getting into craft beer, I really enjoyed it, but I don't drink it too much anymore. I mean, it's decent, but it's not my favorite style whatsoever. When I had that Weizenbock from Germany, blew my mind. What do you guys think? Do you drink Weizens? Like I must say, if I have to have a go-to beer, I think I'd never get tired of, would probably be just a really well-brewed Pilsner nowadays. Like if I have to get a beer just to chill and drink, I'll drink a very good craft lager. So, off of my own, actually. I don't know if I'll say it's very good, but it is nice. But as I said, I'm getting a case of what's it called? Ectopiers, which is one of my favorite. Ah, we got Drooling Eastman. What's up, bro? Hvad skal jeg drikke i aften? Har alt for meget på lager. Hej fra Aarhus. Well, there is, I don't know. What do you have in your cellar? Let the people know. It's probably very hyped. V.A. Hemskin. Some people were fined for sitting on the harbor in a group here in Amager. Crazy. Oh, you're from Amager. Cool, dude. Whoa. Okay. 4 people, but you're allowed to sit out 4 people. Aren't you? What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. But people have been very restrictive here too.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Jay Money, what's up, dude? He says, what's your favorite local brewery? Well, it's easy for me to say because we only have two, and I'm not going to mention my own, so I'm going to mention Bad Seed Brewery. That's my favorite local brewery.
Well, I think Thisted Bryghus is pretty local.
They don't count.
Why?
They're in Thy, they're not in Aalborg.
Oh, it's pretty local.
Yeah, Gudum Holland is more local, bro.
Well, yeah, as a brewery, not really, but they have Limfjordsporter, so that's it for me.
But he's the biggest fanboy of that beer. Well, I used to be more of a fanboy of it, but it's like an iconic classic. If you've never had it, get it. Get it. It's more widely available out in the States now, too.
Well, they exported.
Yeah, they started exporting a decent amount of it, and Tony, the brewmaster, told me. And we got more likes. Thanks, guys. Just keep the likes coming.
I remember once I met a guy from
Oh,
Copenhagen.
shit, look at all these comments.
I remember once I met a guy from Copenhagen, and he asked me if I ever had
This is crazy.
craft beer they have over in Copenhagen called Limfjordsporter.
It's not from Copenhagen.
No, it's from Aalborg.
We will go into that beer and the story when we crack it, because it's our bonus beer.
That is later.
That is later, because we've only gone for about an hour. Fuck, time flies, though. And I need to drink this so you can get the next beer. Okay, and I think maybe they comment. Did you guys comment on if you want Guinness or Weissbier first? Oh shit, there's so many.
Oh, there must be an easier way to do this.
Okay.
How about I get
You
my
get-
laptop?
No, fuck that. Just get the Weissbier. We're gonna have the Weissbier.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, favorite local brewery, Bad Seed Brewing. Twilight makes very good beer. So, yeah. Drinking Perlenbacher Premium Lager. It's one of the worst beers I ever drank. So do you want to, actually, Taylor, Ben, when I graduated in high school, in Denmark you can drink when you're 16, for my graduation party, my dad was so nice to get a case of the Perlenbacher Premium Pills and their Weissbier and stuff like that, to have something else than shitty macro lager just to be nice to me. And even though it was an amazing beer, I really appreciated it. And to be honest, I liked it much more than drinking a fucking bottle of Vestbyen Classic. You never heard of this beer. I reviewed Krudule Classic, which was what my dad would buy in high school.
Yeah.
I think he still buys it.
It's
Actually, it's not that
really
bad.
good.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's like 3 crowns, which is like, it's like 50 cents a bottle. But it's for me, I have a nostalgic relationship to it, so I have a hard time saying I think it's completely terrible. Because I did a review of it, and I was like, I kind of enjoy it. Just because it was nostalgic. It's terrible. Nostalgia is dangerous. But yeah, okay, cool that you're drinking that. If you guys are drinking anything, let us know what you're having. Any new Norwegian beer is going to be reviewed. Yes! We have Sellikat coming. Sellikat is the most hyped new Norwegian brewery. And Brett was talking to a subscriber, one of you guys. I think it was Lars Petter maybe, or it was Lars Petter, who's, I think he's from Norway. And then another Norwegian subscriber. And they were like, you need to get some Sellikat on the channel because it's like the best Norwegian IPA around. And it's like crazy. So we get a couple, and I think it's actually one of them is the most hyped beer.
Okay.
But not for you to try, unfortunately. It's for me and Brett.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, bro. Rubbing it in your face. Sorry.
But if we get some more pastry stouts, I'm down.
You're more a stout guy. So yeah, Sellikat is coming. Mahali. Colin Cavelli, favorite brewery in the United States of America. That is like the toughest question because I couldn't just pick one. Seriously. That is so hard. There's so many good breweries in the States. I don't know. I literally don't know. Just on the top of my mind, I'm going to mention 5 breweries I'd love. Side Project, Trench and Artist Nails, Treehouse, Fremont, Alpine. I haven't had beer from them in ages, but we're going to revisit some stuff from them soon. But that was just something that came to mind.
And never ask me a question like that because I have no idea what I'm drinking. I'm just drinking. So, yeah.
You know a little bit about beer.
Well, I can drink it. And I can enjoy it. But I can't remember all those fucking names.
Yeah.
You know, like, how many beers have you reviewed so far?
We're over 2,500. No, we're over 3,000.
Can you remember them?
Not all of them by name, but I remember most of it. If you ask me, but I think it's also because I'm more into it than you.
Yeah, see, because there's been quite a few beers that you asked me about, and
For a second, I thought I was taking water. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
but there's been quite a few beers that I say I have never had, and you're like, dude, yeah, of course you've had it.
Yeah.
Here's the review we did of it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I did have it.
Oh, apparently.
Well, the last beer, I think you can mention your favorite if we just say American beer because we had it last weekend. 3 vintages.
Oh yeah, the Bourbon County. But yeah, it's just a classic. But I think
Peter and
I have some nostalgia for it though.
Bourbon County is such. Even I still think it's good. I mean, when we tried it, there's going to be a review of soon of the vertical of 3 vintages, and a lot of people saying it's not as good as it used to. Whatever. I still think it's really fucking good. And if you want to hear a fun story, so when Peter and I were younger, when I was in school still, and Peter was still in school, I worked at a local beer store. Druling Eastman knows it because he's from Aalborg, but it was called Ølkonsortet, and it was a bottle shop. And I worked there as a volunteer selling craft beer because they couldn't.
Pretty good rebates.
I got some great prizes, but the thing is, well, what was I about to say? So we got loads of different beers. We didn't get paid, but we got it pretty much at cost price for the store. And
you got a lot of the Bourbon County 2012.
Yeah, so usually we get Bourbon County every year, and then in I think it was maybe 2011 or 10 we didn't get any, and then as a substitute they sent us a case or 2 cases. We got at least 2 cases of Bourbon County, the original Bourbon County vanilla, and I only bought 1 bottle, which was fucking stupid. And then the year after, because just to make sure there was enough, we got I think we got 6 or 8 cases of Bourbon County. It was crazy.
And I bought quite a few of them.
We bought them by the 6-pack. And the first 6-pack I bought, I was like, okay, I'm going to save it in the cellar. And Peter was the same. But we just ended up using it for so many dumb things. We went to a birthday party and we used it for beer pong. So we played Bourbon County beer pong. And we used it for a party where it was let's make White Russians. And then we didn't have anything to mix it with that was coffee, like Kahlua. So we did have Kahlua. We just also poured in Bourbon County.
The Bourbon County White Russian is pretty awesome.
Fucking good.
That is recommended.
Beer cocktail for the win. That was amazing. So we used it for all kinds of dumb shit. I guess you can do that in the States now too because it's quite widely available. But back then, people saw it online and they're like, fuck you guys. Because it was just like nuts. I mean, beer pong with Bourbon County.
How much did it
we got really classic too.
Is it close to $12 thereabout?
I can't remember how much it was. I think we got around 50 crowns because we got it at my discount, 56 or maybe 60. So that's like $10 a bottle.
I think it's even.
That's Danish standards, but. And also, guys, thanks for the likes. Keep them coming. It really helps on these live streams. It's crazy.
It's like $7 a bottle.
Also, guys, do you have a beer like this, like from high school or something, or just like a beer that is held to like really high regard and is really fucking good, but you used it for nonsense like us? It'd be fun to hear some stories because we used that beer for way too much nonsense. You know, if we had bottles of 12 in the cellar right now, it would be insane. Because it was one of the best vintages.
Yeah, and also, it was the first beer to actually blow my mind. And I remember I was visiting you actually at your mom's place. Saw a movie. Can't remember which. Anyways, we pulled that one out and
we tried it.
That was
mind blowing.
Just mind blowing. So that's kind of what got me a little started.
Do you want to hear the fun story about the first time Glenn and I met each other? So when I was living at my mom's place in high school, in college.
I kind of want to tell it from my point of view though, but yeah.
Okay, you tell it from your point of view.
Because you can't even remember it.
No, because I was so drunk. Okay, so
yeah.
We have some friends in common. We have some. Wait. First. We have some friends in common.
Yeah.
So that's how we know each other. Niklas doesn't have a beer name, but he's been in a very, very small amount of videos. He's got like black hair and it's curly. If you watch like my first review of, I think it's Evil Twin, Christmas in a New York City Hotel Room, or Cat Piss, he's in it.
Well, he's been in at least one of the foul beer tastings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a big guy.
The guy with curly back hair.
Yeah, and
But-
a beard.
The story, how we got to know each other.
Oh yeah. So me and Nicholas were out drinking, but on our way home we saw Peter was waiting at a bus stop.
And we met each other before this.
There weren't any buses going anymore because it
Yeah.
was so late. So
I was hammered.
and he was just kind of waving there, like he was just about to fall. So we asked him if we could help him get home, and yeah. So we walked home to his mom.
And that's like a 45-minute walk.
Yeah.
Something like that. We have to cross like a bridge on the harbor, and we walked alongside the harbor, didn't we? Instead of walking on the path.
And all the way there, he kept saying, "Shh, you have to be quiet. You have to be quiet. My mom is leaving. You have to be quiet." And so we got in there, and you had what's the hips called in English?
Small attic. So I had my room, and then there was a small like staircase up to like a small attic kind of area where you could sleep, or we had it like, well, me and my sister had that. So to just use the attic for something other than just storing stuff, we had it as like a small area where we could go and just chill for ourselves. It's pretty awesome to have as a kid.
Well, yeah, basically we were sleeping up there, me and Nicholas. And then the next morning, Peter started his morning routine doing whatever he did, and
Get up.
we popped our heads down. And you were like, "Who the fuck are you?" So yeah, we played some Guitar Hero and
I had some fun with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we met each other. They helped me home, and I've met him before. Had we met each other before? I don't know. We had friends in common.
Yeah, we have
I don't
Henrik.
think- yeah. I think I might have met you at the. So we have a friend called Matthias, and I think I met you at a party when his parents were on vacation. Like when his parents would go on vacation, he lives on a farm. We'd take over the farm, and we'd just go nuts drinking beer for an entire weekend. One time at that party, I almost shot a chicken. It was one of those parties. It was crazy times, but I think that's the first time
we talk about, because it was pretty cruel, man. We shot a
You
chicken
don't have-
with a saloon rifle, and of course that didn't kill it. So Matthias got out a shotgun.
no. We shot it with a saloon rifle. No one could hit it. Then I hit it, and then I didn't kill it. So he ran in there to take off its head. Let's just say it was a sick chicken. It was stupid drunk things. Hopefully no PETA people are watching. Now they're gonna hate me.
Oh.
But but it could be my new name, Pete the Chicken Killer. No, you have to kill your food. I don't know. I shouldn't go too far on that tangent. I'm gonna
Let's
stop.
talk about something else.
So we kind of knew each other, but not really well. And with that note, we're gonna carry on the comments because a load poured in.
Oh.
But first, I think we're gonna crack this. We're gonna crack this. So we're having Schneiderweise Unser Original, the classic Schneiderweise. A lot of people ask me to try this again or try the Schneider beers because they said like Schneider's quality in the last, was it 6 months or a year, has just like, and this used to be my favorite wheat beer producer in Germany with Weihenstephaner. So I'm a bit scared, and this is a fresh bottle too. This is from February this year, so it's only a couple months old. So it's quite fresh wheat beer. And wheat beer should also be really fresh. So
See, my relationship with this is like, there's this bar in Freudiger Noble.
no, that's Weihenstephaner because they never served Schneider. Schneider was at the wharf. That's like, we have a cask bar in our city, a tiny city. We're one of the only cask bars in the country, and they used to serve this all the time on draft until they got Weihenstephaner instead. And I still think they got Aventinos, but this for me, I remember back in the day. Oh, I did rinse the glass. So we can't fit everything in one glass, so we're not going to get all the yeast in, but it's rolled around in my backpack and in your fridge. You can also see this is going to be really carbonated. But that's one of the things I noticed with this beer too. Like the regular Schneider is almost like a Dunkelweizen.
Yeah, and also it's what we call a half and half.
Half and half, what do you mean?
Well, half rum and half beer.
And we got more likes, guys. Keep the likes coming. Thank you so much. Please like the video if you can, and share it if you can too, on the live stream. And okay, the things we get off on tangents with stories and then comments piling.
Oh.
We got here, the Perlenbacher was produced in France. Okay. Mulligan says, cheers. Speaking of podcasts, do you listen to Malt Couture? No, I do not. I actually don't listen to many podcasts. And I know
any
podcast. No,
podcast.
Couture is Don't Drink Beers, I think, and I've heard it's hilarious, but I haven't watched it. So Stuart James says, "Oh my god, first live broadcast with you. Ah, cool, dude. I've done live broadcasts before, but it's not been often. Fuck, we're so close to 40 people now. Come on, guys, like the video, like the video. Fuck, it was 38. We're almost there. Yeah, so you're from Pennsylvania in the USA. Big fan of your views. Thanks a ton, bro. You the man. All things barrel-aged stouts, barley wine, sours, and Belgians is his favorite. I'll say yes to barley wine and stouts. I love sours too, but I prefer barley wine and stout. And he says, would love to send beers to review from my local breweries of Brew Gentleman, Voodoo, and Hobby Frog. Dude, Voodoo? That would be insane. And also Hop and Frog. I know Fred. Fred is an awesome guy. I've met him many times. He used to watch the beer reviews. Fred Carm, the owner of Hop and Frog.
Oh, why did he stop?
I don't know. He still does. But whenever I posted videos of Hop and Frog beers, him and his wife would sit and watch them on the computer, which is so cool. He's such a nice guy, and so is his wife. But Stuart, you can send me a message here on YouTube or on Facebook. We can try and figure something out. Disco Dave says he has a 2014 Dark Lord from Three Floyds in his kitchen. It hasn't been stored properly. Should I drink it, or do you think it has become undrinkable? Should I sell it to someone? I think the only way to find out that beer is drinkable is if you go to the kitchen, you take the beer, you put it on the table, and you just do this, and you pour it into a glass, and we can see.
Yeah.
Or you can
drink
see
the rest of your life. Did I just sell the best thing ever?
Yeah. I mean, it's got wax, so it has a harder time for oxygen to get in. So maybe it'll be okay. And also, we haven't tried this beer yet. Or did you try it already?
I have.
I haven't. Sorry.
I don't know.
It smells like banana
bread.
bread.
My glass, so I just drink it. You know.
It smells like banana bread and clove.
It does.
And I kind of do sense in terms of mouthfeel what we were talking about. It doesn't seem maybe as thick, but I also haven't, we don't have the yeast slurry in, but to me it tastes like a Weizen. I haven't had this beer in so long, and I'm already 2 beers in, and one was a 9%, so I don't know if I'm the best judge right now, but I don't know. It does seem a bit different than what I remember from Schneider. It seems way thinner, but it still has the same kind of banana bread character. It's actually very thin for a Weizen. And it's also slightly watery. Please don't make Schneider Uber commercial. Please.
Actually, you know what it kind of reminds me of?
They used to ship me beer back in the day, actually.
There's some sort of aftertaste that kind of tastes like homebrewed wine.
That's a phenolic. I can totally see what you mean. It's like a tart, almost grapey phenolic. I think the grapes might be an ester or something like that, the combination of dark malts. But there is a funny kind of spicy phenolic that is like almost like homebrew like.
Yeah. It's not that nice.
But it's weird. It seems like a weaker cousin to the Schneider Original, actually. Maybe I'll have to do an in-depth review of one of these bottles. But no, drink a little bit of this. Fuck, there's so much.
Alright, we better get started.
Holy shit. But guys, seriously, it's awesome that you're so interactive right now. It makes these live streams so much more fun. So we're going to try and go through the questions. Also, if you want to let us know what you're drinking, or have you had anything, as of recent that you think is really, really good, maybe something we should try and get, let us know. John Rubio says, you should really try to review something from Billdale in Gothenburg. They do amazing stuff, very underrated. I've never heard of them. Maybe something we should try and get next, like whenever we can get back to Sweden. I mean, a trip to Gothenburg for us is super easy. But next time we make a trip to Gothenburg, we don't make it a day trip.
Why not? Do you want to?
No, just stay there for a weekend. Last time was too crazy, man. Last time Lynn and I was in Gothenburg together, we went to All In Beer Fest 2 years ago. 2 years ago this autumn. And what we did, we got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We took the train from Aalborg, where we're based. So if you have Jutland here, Northern Jutland, as a group, and Sweden is over here, and then Gothenburg, this is the water, and then Gothenburg is here, and Aalborg is here. Take the train up to Frederikshavn, It's like 1.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Then you take a 3-hour ferry ride from Frederikshavn to Gothenburg, and then you can walk there. So what we did, we got these day trip tickets. It's like you had to be at the ferry at 8 in the morning and be with the 9 o'clock ferry home. It's made for people who go there for shopping for a day.
Oh.
So we got up at 6, took the train to Frederikshavn. Everyone was just knackered and tired. Got on the ferry, sat there for a bit, and started drinking our first beers for sharing because we're going to the beer festival all in. Then as soon as we arrived, we took a cab to the festival. We had one session at the festival, just running around trying all kinds of beers. And then we had, was it 2 hours before we needed to catch the ferry? Mm-hmm. So we took a taxi ferry to the other side of the harbor to go for a mini quick pub crawl where we met up with Johan, one of my subscribers. That he's the dude who recently sent me a beer mail. If you follow me on Instagram, went to there with him, bar hopped for like half an hour, ran back to the ferry. Then the ferry was turned into a party ferry, and we went to the party lounges and drank beer there. Came onto the other side, took the train home, and everyone was just fucking dead.
What wasn't
it was
the trip
so
where Lasse got kicked out of a
restaurant?
No, pub.
No, it was a restaurant.
Well,
so everyone, it was a Halloween theme too. So there was a Halloween party in the restaurant. So everyone was dressed up. So the thing is with the ferries in the evening, the ferry to Gothenburg and Frederikshavn turns into like a party ferry in the evening, where because young people, instead of going out in Gothenburg or in Frederikshavn, they go out on the ferry. So they go party on the ferry, and then they sail to either Denmark and back to Sweden and back, or Sweden to Denmark and back to Sweden, and they just party all night on the ferry. It's actually a cool concept, I think, if you're younger and you like to party. And there was like this Halloween thing in the restaurant, and we went for the buffet in the restaurant. Everything was dressed up, and the waiters were walking around with shots, just asking, "Do you want to buy some shots? Do you want to buy some shots?" And then the waiter came over to me, "Do you want to buy some shots?" And they're like, "Yeah, give us 4 shots of Fanta Blanca." And Fanta Blanca is like a bitter. Simon, if you watch his channel, when him and I went to War Pigs, and afterwards he reviewed like a beer sandwich, like a Danish beef burger. He has a shot and he almost died.
It's not really that pleasant, but old people will say it's good for you.
Yeah, they'll say it's amazing. Oh, 39, we're at 39. Come on, guys, let's get it there. Let's get to 40. Give us some more likes. We'll get to 40, man.
If we get
40
to 40
likes,
people will do a face review.
A face reveal. This is my face.
What?
Fuck you. But okay, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. It'd be awesome if we get to at least 40. If we could get to 50 tonight, it would be great. But no, so we went there, and I bought a round of Fanta Blanca shots. And Leslie had one, and he's so bad at shots. And he's like, "Dude, I'm not going to have one. It's going to go bad." And everyone was like peer pressuring. We were such assholes because everyone was kind of drunk. And he was like, "Okay, I'll have one." And he has one. And then, and he couldn't hold it in. He was kicked out of the restaurant. It was so embarrassing. It was like...
He picked up all the nice seafood we had. Yeah.
We're really telling lots of bad stories. We shouldn't do this. My mom should not watch this live stream. Okay, recently, we just get into so many rants. Recently, went back and watched some videos from the early days with Jakob the Lord of Malts. Those reaction to early hype beers like Fires of Walker, Bourbon County, etc. were amazing. And now they're shelfies. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Back then, having those beers, just like everyone was like, "This is crazy." But now it's just so accessible and easy to get. I still think Parabola, for example, is a great beer, and I had the 16 Sukaba last year, and it's still really great. But there's other beers that's overtaken the spots, I think, of better beer. But yeah, that's right. And it's OG hype. And to think I'm only 30. And I've been doing videos for so long now, following along with the original hype. It's fucking crazy. Time flies so fast. Okay, most expensive beers you ever bought was
I've never bought.
Rare Scoop. We're really far back there. This was when I was talking about.
We had that one at the cities.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But this is when I was talking about buying the Fuller's Vintage Ale. So you need to catch up. Yeah, I need to catch up. Fucking many guns. Hey from the Netherlands, Dutch Beer Geek. Drink Guinness if they're cold, otherwise the Weizens. Look, we're so far back. Brent is saying, Master of Huff has spent, and I have spent so much money on beer this month. And that's true. How much do you subscribers spend a month on beer? Great question, Brent. Great that he's talking, between us talking, so people can see something. But yeah. How much you spend? This was a crazy month just because of hyperemesis. Next week we're going to be reviewing the entire set of this mead, but we're going to be reviewing the entire set of Barry White from last year from Superstition, because we were a few people pitched in. Viking Good Circuit says, I hope you remember me because I gave your father the name Jarl of Yeast. Water, who needs water? Wow, dude, we're so slow with the comments.
I think you got water. Yeah.
I've seen the Bruskeville videos, they're awesome. Who farted tennis elbow? Yeah, I reviewed it, dude. It's really good. It's on the channel, but I think it would have been better fresh. I spend more than I make on beer. That's not good, yeah. The Herbal. Did you visit the Stone Crow Virgil pub yet? So, Tiger Fan, I have seen it a couple of times, Simon's Pub, and it's fun, but, it's just hanging out and drinking, as he says. It's not about reviewing hot beer or whatever. His idea is a virtual pub, but Simon gets really drunk in those videos. And at least some of them. J Money says, Peter, I'm your Southern Tier guy. I know, bro. You sent me the Southern Tier package with, I remember you did the Krampus and stuff like that, and you sent me, you're also the person who sent me the 40s, because we couldn't get 40s in Denmark, and you wanted Jakob and I to do the 40-ounce challenge. So you sent me and Jakob 40s to do the 40-ounce challenge, to chug a 40 on camera. Where Jakob pukes on camera. Do you remember that? He pukes through his hand because he wanted to be fastest. Yeah, J Money, I remember you, of course. Joe, right? I think you used to be called Mo Dogger, right? Simon and Taylor Ben says Simon is a living legend. He is. He is a living legend. Crisps, we say chips in Denmark, like America. But yeah, it's a great match. And the problem is, I never snack. But if snacks are on the table and I'm having beer, I snack like fucking crazy.
But I gotta admit, salt and vinegar is preferred with beer for me.
It's dope. Brewing Eastman, it says get some other have one page styles, Mikkel styles, and able to. Yeah, if that's what you have in the cellar right now, how about cracking a fresh can of since you're in the Aarhus area now, crack some fresh Ebeltoft. That was maybe too late. He said that, 30 minutes ago. Sorry, dude. Live Oak Haven is legit. Don't drink beer is about that life. Also, Moonlight Dream, Moonlight Death and Texas Black Lager. I heard that. I saw that Black Lager. I saw Ryan Rashawn, Stumpy Joe Jr. He reviewed it not too long ago. He did a few Moonlight beers. For some reason, he came out of hiatus, maybe because of this, but yeah. But the thing is, we can't get that stuff here. Too bad. We got to do what we can. But luckily, we've got great classic examples, classic beer makers here in Europe. Beer 3. Beer count. So this is beer number 3, and we got plan to make sure that we have extra beer if if we need more beer after these 4. I was like, let's just have 4 beers. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Maybe I'll get some extras. He definitely got extras. Guinness. Oh, this is still fucking the vote for what you drink next. A cuvée of both? Should we try that? Peter?
Yeah.
People are asking us to do a cuvée on Weiss beer and Guinness. So get the Guinness. This is going to be disgusting.
Oh, it sounds nasty.
We're going to have to do it, but we can do it with the last bit of Weiss beer in the bottles. Oh, man. What are we doing? Holy shit. People are donating money. Guys, you should fucking... God damn it.
You do that on YouTube.
Yeah, someone just donated. That's very nice. It's a super chat, but fuck's sake.
Now you have to do a face reveal.
We got $5 from Chops Up Beer Reviews and say thanks a ton, dude. I don't want to ask for donations or anything, but that is very, very kind of you. You just pretty much paid for our cans of Sierra Nevada Pale. Cheers, brother. But let's see. I just skipped down to see who that was because I had to give a shout out and a thanks, man. Let's see. Holy shit, there's so many comments.
I saw someone said something about Linus Porter.
Yeah, we're gonna get that too.
Okay.
People said, where is Brett? He's studying for an exam. He's commenting, so. But he has an exam and we wanted to get this done. Him and I are probably going to do one, but right now it would be easy for us to do one because I'm not at work and I might be back at work next week. So that's the reason why he's not here. So he has an exam and he's not drinking beer this week because of that. But we will get him in a live stream. Faux show. Fuck my. Okay, he ended up going for wall pigs meat jelly. Not bad. That's fucking great too, though. I had a bottle of that with Brett, and it was surprisingly great. Limfjordsporter is. Fuck my finger. I get this in front of the camera. Limfjordsporter is served at the Danish Pipe Smoking Championship in Copenhagen. Lots of dudes smoking pipe and drinking Limfjord. It sounds like it's something for you.
It sounds like a good mix, yeah.
Sounds like it's something for you.
Yeah.
Pipe Smoking Championship. What the fuck? Who can smoke it the fastest? And then chug a Limfjordsporter afterwards. I think it feels so sick.
Actually, I've never seen it. I had never heard about it, but I guess it's about who can keep it alive for the longest amount of time. Who would want to smoke a pipe fast?
I don't know. It reminds me of the championship in Germany with the snuff for the nose, like tobacco for the nose, where it's about to see, like people see who can stuff the most tobacco up a nostril. It's so weird. I saw that on some kind of travel program. Jay Money says he needs to send us more 40 ounces so Brett and I can do the 40 challenge or Edward 40 hands. That would be fun. I think
if you do that,
Brett would be so drunk. So you guys, if you follow me and you saw the Christmas calendar, Brett got so drunk. If we did the 40-ounce challenge, I think he would be really drunk too.
You need to get some GoPros and
puke cam.
Yeah. You need to experience the 40-ounce challenge POV.
Okay, what is our opinion on breweries using quack yeast for quicker fermentation? To be honest, I don't care as long as the beer tastes good. But I've only had, as I said, home brews with quack, so I don't know how it is commercially. I'm actually dreading that we're going to do I'm just going to pour the rest, and then once this is halfway there, we're going to make a Weizen Guinness Cuvée.
Yeah. Do we need to get another glass for it?
No, we're just... when half of... Did you empty all of your shit? Swirl it around and empty it? And then when half of this is empty, we're going to fill in Guinness. Then we can pour the rest over in the water glass.
Oh,
wow. Stupid shit happening when you stream online. 39 likes. Come on, guys. We need the last like, and we're at 40. Then we can aim for 50. Let's get that last like for 40. Tobias says, my boss has been hyping Selicat like crazy. Your boss? Tobias, is your boss Norwegian? Well, we went to 41. Thanks, guys. This is way more likes than we get on the regular videos. It's amazing. Okay, Tiger Fans, he says, here to say his nostalgic beer is Old Milwaukee. That was when we were talking about the nostalgic macro beers. You know, that's how it is. I'm actually trying to get a hold of so last year we did a big, crazy fun 4th of July party where I made like a whole pork shoulder and we only drank macro beers and Four Locos. This year we're going to do it without the Four Locos. Tobias Major Macros is actually going to brew a Major Macro lagers for us. He's a home brewer and he said he's going to brew a macro lager for the party.
Sounds nice.
But this time around I want to try, I found a website that sold it but it wasn't stuck. But they're going to try and, or I asked for messages to get, you know, what would we call just notifications when Miller High Life is back in stock. Because I've been told by every single brewer I've met from the States, the best macro lager in the States is Milwaukee's Best. Oh, Milwaukee's Best, Miller High Life. So Milwaukee's Best we had last time, which was actually the best of the bunch I think we agreed on. Along with Miller Lite.
Can't remember.
No, maybe that was all the Four Locos. None of them.
Those are terrible.
Eventually, if you go back and watch my live stream from last year, back then there was a live tasting of Four Loko. We tried all of them and no one really liked them. And we ended up using all of them for Four Loko beer pong. Yeah. And everyone got fucking hammered. It was stupid, but it was fun.
And also
it just sounds like we had hammered all the time. Actually, we don't. It's just like when there's party.
I see no reason to get the Four Lokos again.
No. But the thing is, like when we have these parties, something like this, it's just sometimes get out of hand, you know? Or not out of hand, we still behave, but we're just having fun. Restakut says, hey guys, have you ever reviewed Rød Tuborg? No. And the fun thing, the reason, like it's funny you ask, because I actually thought about getting it. It's a Danish cult classic. I guess you'd call it cult classic, because originally you could only get it
it's a bodega,
in bodegas. But a couple of times they've sold it outside of bodegas, and I think Mikkeler's web shop actually had it. And there was a big discussion. People like Mikkeler's selling out to Carlsberg, blah, 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 blah. But the only reason why they're doing it is because people are actually asking Frank from Mikkeler, who's in charge of all this, for like iconic Danish beers over time that has history, and that's an iconic cult beer in Denmark. And it might, but actually it's okay. It's actually a pretty decent like amber lager, but. I think it's an amber lager, isn't it? Something like that. It's reddish in color, that's why it's called Tuborg Red, but I think it's like an amber lager, but whatever. But that beer, along with other Carlsberg beers, and Guinness and Limfjordsport, right now, Limfjordsport, which we're having later, you can get it on the Mikkeler website if you've never had it. And it's like, for me, one of the best classic Baltic porters around. Even Olle from OO Brewing, who is a crazy talented brewer, making, in my mind, some of the best craft lagers, he's told me that he also thinks that one of the best Baltic porters is Tistel's Limfjordsport, and Baltic Porter and Porter is one of his favorite. Oh god, another fucking people are donating money, guys. Fuck's sake.
It's a completely solid porter.
I think it's lovely. We're going to talk about it when we have
it. I come back to often.
Yes.
Often because it's cheap.
J Money had a few beers. Dude, thanks, man. Again. They're pretty much paying for the beer we're drinking right now. That was not the plan. But guys, fucking thanks a ton. Thanks a ton. So let's there's so many comments.
Oh.
Drooling Eastman, you're not from Aalborg, but you lived in Aalborg, right? I mean, you shopped at Ølkonsortium, didn't you? You're from around here, or you went to high school here or something, right? Where did we go to? So Selicat was hyped.
No, I think
we're talking Red Tuborg, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, it's an occult classic. Which, you know what? I'm probably making an order on Mikkeler's webshop tomorrow because they have some releases of some of their new Bauhelm beer, and that's the last money I'm going to spend on beer in this month. Maybe I'll get 2 bottles for us to review.
You know what I think? I think we should speed to the bottom of the comment section and. Get a taste of the Guinness first,
cuvée?
And then do the cuvée after.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And while you speak through
No,
that,
the problem is
I need to.
Okay, I'll speak through. We got the first pee break. We've been going for 1.5 hours. But no, okay. Restakurs. We're going to try and review World Tuborg. Because, you know, I remember it as being quite okay. JK35, 135 says, I remember trading for Alpine back in the day, 2012, then they got bought out so hard that Green Flash screwed up everything. Yeah. When I just started studying in the States, one of the first beer mails I got was from a subscriber in California who sent me Exponential Happiness. And it blew my fucking mind. It was one of the first beers I had with Nelson too. And I was just like, Nelson is still like probably my favorite hop of all time. So I wish I could get to try some authentic Alpine from Mammoth. I've been to the brewery myself. I really like this stuff. But right now, the cans I have are Green Flash cans, because that was what made it to Europe. And they're like 2.5 or 2 months old, so they're not that fresh. But I just really wanted to revisit it. I have a new segment coming up. I already announced it in another video, but it's going to be called, I don't think it's been announced on the blog yet, but I've made a video with the announcement in another video. It's going to be called Throwback Thursday. And I'm going to try every Thursday to kick it old school with classic, old school, iconic beers, whatever. Beers that maybe I've tried before, or just like something that's quite iconic, so that it's not all the time, you know, new hype stuff and all this stuff. Stuff that most people can get to. And also because I think it's fun to revisit. The first is going to be next week of port brewing, some port brewing stuff. But there's also Green Flash coming. And having Green Flash West Coast IPA again, the original recipe, that's a fucking bitter beer. Yeah, so where's Brett? Yeah, again, Glenn says he doesn't know too much about beer, but Brett is, as I said, studying, but he will be back on, he'll be on in another live stream. We're going to try and do one again, try and get it scheduled. But then it's going to be a bit harder because I'm back at work, so it's going to have to be weekends. Dude, you're wearing a Trillium jacket. Yeah, but it's fucking, it's right there. They should also be a big prop US brewery. Trillium is fucking amazing. One of the best sours I've had. Even a lot of people are like, what? Cuvée de Tetro. I fucking love that. That was amazing. What I did give Trillium a shout out, because when I shouted out my top IPAs, I did mention Headroom and Vicinity. So, but Trillium is amazing too. Bourbon County is very good. I agree. Brett says did order a 6-pack with IPAs and some pilsners because I started to get tired of all the imperial stouts I have in my fridge. We had a period over this, autumn where it was like only stouts because we just kept buying imperial stout, imperial stout, imperial stout. We still have a lot. My finger keeps getting in the way. I have to do like this. And sorry, during these men, not from mobile. Yes, Bourbon County rye wheat wine was off the chart for 19. Oh, that's awesome. Mulligan, what did you pay 50 euros for again? Because you talked about a beer.
Where are we at?
We're getting there. Johan Ribio says that he also got a 6-pack of Bourbon County in 2012. And he drank the last one last year. Was it good still? Or was it like oxidized hell? Stuart James says he loves Bourbon County too. Look how fucking far behind we are. These comments were posted half an hour ago.
After Bourbon County blew my mind, I tried to push it on everyone.
Yeah, even your parents.
Even my parents, and I think the comment was like,
it's got a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor, yeah. Too much.
Something would have been like $20. I thought you were brothers. And someone deleted a message.
That's the story about that. Actually.
The fun thing, a lot of people think Plin and I are brothers. It's fucking weird. I think it's because we're blonde and have beards. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we look a little bit alike, but it's not the first. And actually, when
would be weird that we have the same name. So
yeah, well, actually, we
cool parents.
When we were younger and we go out, people would think we were brothers, and we said yes, and they asked for our names, and we were both called Peter, and we told people that it was just a cruel joke that our parents made, so they named both of us Peter, and like everyone believed us. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not brothers.
No.
Well, we are brothers. We're bros.
Oh, yeah.
But not actual biological brothers.
Short and chicken.
Oh, don't.
Oh, are we?
This is like a Simon story. Yeah, it is like a Simon story. I never killed a chicken.
Moving on.
I would say this: the pizza puffer delicious. Snyder is not what it used to be. From this here, Luan is here too. Cheers, bro. One from Norway. Luan. I took your recommendation and started a Bean Bros subscription for guest coffee. Thanks for that. Because I love great coffee too. Favorite beverage in the world? Beer. Oop. Second favorite. Well, this is not coffee, but that's coffee.
See, that's one of the reasons why I'm friends with Peter. I drink very average coffee at home. I can always get a good cup of coffee at
my place. A good beer and a good coffee.
Usually what's called the air thing.
So when we're at my place, we focus on quality, and when we're at your place, we focus on quantity.
Yeah, so I'm bringing out the gin later, and yeah, it's the cheap stuff.
But yeah, it's turning into a Simon stream. It's stupid. Oh fuck, we're so far behind. Fernet is so good. Yeah, I've had Mellowwood. Mellowwood is not from Chicago. I think it's Swedish. Mellowwood, isn't it?
Mellowwood, like in absinthe.
No, I think they call it Miller. A lot of the brewers at ABCC, when you get to the after parties and things like this, like they drink Mellowort. I had it actually with who did I have it with? Devin from Simon's Son. Fernet Branca and Cola is a classic. No, you have to drink it on its own.
Actually,
we're not gonna have Fernet.
No. I have.
Oh,
that's a local thing.
Oh no, this is turning into a Simon stream. This was one of the plans. I recently had some beers from Apex from Sweden, some of the best New England IPAs I've had. But us Swedes can get it pretty fresh. The thing is, I have a review coming of some new Apex beers, and I think they're good. But I have a beef with their stuff. But you'll have to see that in the review. It's about some of the flavor that I'm not too into. Johan spent $3,500 on beer this month. Wow, that's crazy. Truly, I spend nothing. I drink this at home, then when I
we
work
can
at
drink
the
some
bar.
of this later if you like.
I think
it's something that it's kind of a tradition in my family that every time someone is having a child,
when you touch
the father
that,
needs
it's all
to
dusty.
get one of these. The father needs to get one of these because, well, it's for your,
for your health,
for your stomach, of course, and also for courage. And you need courage for that. So yeah. We'll have one of those later.
Oh. You mean that?
It's actually not that terrible.
Yeah, I hate
It's
fucking-
kind of terrible.
We'll see about that. Let's see. Spend nothing but well, I do. We'll do. I missed what you said. How do growlers without being shipped to the for you? I've had it happen before. Growlers has been okay if they've been taped up well enough. The only problem if it's get caught in customs, but usually I haven't had problems with that because if you add like a receipt in the box, even though you don't know the exact price, if you make a receipt with an estimated price, then it will be speeded through customs quicker if it's put in customs.
But isn't the question more about how the
Beer holds up.
content
It holds up
there?
fine if the shipping is not delayed by 2 weeks by being stuck in customs because they don't know the price.
Because you kind of have to drink it right away.
I've had growlers sent from the state before. I actually had growlers sent from Seven Sun. And they were all right when I traded with Clint back in the day. The other thing, I've recently had a few beers from the Brewing Project in Wisconsin, and they have been great. Orange Drank, a kettle sour with mandarin orange and marshmallows was my favorite so far. Okay, cool. Never heard of that brewery, but I'll put him on the list. After Timmermans, Guinness will do a collab with Snyder. Well, they might after we do our test. I mean, we're halfway there almost, so soon we'll do the banana dry stout, banana bread stout. Oh man, it sounds terrible. Please do these live tests weekly and bring the whole cast of characters, including your dad, Brett, and Michael. I really enjoyed this. Awesome, dude. I will try, but I don't think we can do it weekly, but I will try and do it. If we can try, maybe do it once a month. Because the thing is, with work and people, having their average schedules and everything, I think it would be impossible to do it once a week. Because right now the country's opening back up, so everyone's gonna. If it was 2 months ago, maybe we could do once a week.
But you could try and schedule something.
Yeah, we can try and see what we can do. It'd be fun to do one with Dad. Dad and I have many great stories. For example, we have a great story about a Father's Day stuck in the middle of the ocean using jackets to get back home to the harbor.
Actually, Peter's father is coming by my place next week.
Yeah, to fix your car.
Yeah, because sadly, and I don't know if I look tired, but I am a little tired because I haven't slept all night. I ran over a deer yesterday.
It jumped right out in front of his car.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you drive up here on the back roads, it's like forests and fields, and a lot of deer live here.
Yeah.
And there's warning signs, but sometimes they're just there, and then you just gotta do your best to fucking brake and avoid.
Well, at the moment, you have the older males that are driving the younger males away. So they're running across country basically, and that means that they're running across roads as well. So, yeah, one of them came in front of my car last night, and all of the right side and the bonnet as well is
Pretty fucked.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
But luckily nothing else happened, which is great.
Yes, and also your dad is an angel. He promised to help me fixing the bonnet at least.
My dad is very much a like as we say in Danish, do it yourself, fixer up. He's good at fixing things.
Yeah. Also, like I guess haven't you
He's
shown
a carpenter. No, he's a
haven't you shown a
plumber.
video of the Thunderbird?
Maybe, but I haven't shown a video of it working right now. But maybe I'll do that on Sunday.
Actually,
I'm
you
going
should.
to his place on Sunday.
Well, he's been
We're gonna
working on
make
a
some
Thunderbird for quite some while.
Ford Thunderbird from '62, and it's the GT something version. There was only like 800 cars in the world of that one.
Yeah.
And there's
it drives about 1 kilometer
And it's
per
not-
liter of.
It's not GT, I can't remember. It's Ford Thunderbird. I think it's either 62 or 63, but I can't fucking. I'm not a car nut, so I don't know all this stuff. But it's fucking cool.
But basically.
And driving in it, it's so loud, but it's like you can feel it's a powerful fucking car.
But what I'm most impressed with is.
This is turning into a
a
fucking
lot-
Simon stream because we're talking about cars.
But a lot of the bodywork on the car is actually made by your dad. It's made from scratch,
Mhm.
basically. So,
All the outsides, the panels and everything he polished and straightened by hand, and most of the car is handmade.
It's amazing work.
Maybe we can do a little fucking tour for the video this weekend if we do some reviews. We're gonna do reviews.
And if anyone is interested, you can see my total car.
Please do like, check more reviews. Fresh Miller High Life rules. Awesome. Bro, I can bring you some Salicat beer next time I meet you. Juan says that, dude, that's very nice of you. I mean, we're already getting some, but it would be very fun to try more. Eric Uzos, I remember you as well, man. I remember that name. The thing is, a lot of you guys watching, some of the names, because I can see some, it's not like fucking just faceless people commenting all the time. Some of the commenters that's been around for a while, I just recognize the username, especially the ones that have been along for a really long time. And I remember you, Eric. Oh, Isaac. Cheers from Oslo. Cheers. And actually, we're halfway there now. So now we're going to have to... J Money. There's a cheers to J Money. Again, we're so far behind. I'm so sorry. But I just want to try and get through as many comments as possible.
Okay, let's
do
something terrible. Let's do the Kobe.
Oh, shit. It's squirting everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, my God. This is going to be so bad. And then pour the rest of the other glass so we still get the fucking cascading effect. Oh my God, this is gonna be terrible.
Better drink the water first.
Oh, I did that beforehand. We don't even have tissue. Oh, we do. Guinness Weizen.
Get some tissue.
Thank you. Because there was Guinness all over your table. Oh my God, this is gonna be so bad. Guinness Weizen. Oh, great idea. Great idea.
Oh, that's one of the things I always enjoy about Guinness. It's how it looks when you pour it and it clears up.
Yeah. The nitro.
Yeah. And the smooth foam.
Hole 2 was fantastic. Fuck. Okay, now we're definitely catching up on comments. That's good.
Okay.
Hole 2 ball, yeah. Great to hear, man. I mean, I think we'll have to do a review of it. So, J Minor says, in your opinion, which brewery is better, Mikkeller or Evil Twin? Well, it depends on which Mikkeller we're talking about. And which Evil Twin we're talking about, because there's those. I haven't had that much of the... I've had some, but not like loads of new releases from Evil Twin's New York City brewery. But I think Mikkeller San Diego is the best Mikkeller.
We've had quite a bit from there. And
Mikkeller San Diego is fucking awesome. Dan is such a great brewer. But I also really think Mikkeller Bauhain, the Sour Project, is really good. I think that's the top Mikkeller things. But I also think both are really great. But I think
even more Jesus.
That's Evil Twin. Evil Twin is also.
But they had a coconut version as well. Didn't like that as much.
So we're almost at the bottom of the comments. So before we hit the bottom, guys, what are you drinking? Are you drinking? And also, where are you tuning in from? And also, if you can, give the video a like on the stream. Cheers from Arizona, Francisco. Cheers, dude. I have been to Arizona myself.
I have had your iced tea.
I've been to Lake Havasu for spring break when I studied there. It was fun. John says, Elefender surely must be a classic. Should we review Elefender from Carlsberg?
Well, it's a classic in the sense that alcoholics enjoy Elefender.
I don't know. I don't like that beer too much. It's probably going to be better than a Guinness Weizen. Should we kill it or try it? I'm really curious about this. It really smells like it smells just like Guinness but with banana. It's fucking weird.
I want to taste.
Cheers.
It's not so bad.
Actually, it tastes like a Dunkelweizen, but it tastes like a black Weizen. The Guinness is almost nowhere to be found. It has a little bit of it's a pretty
bit of kind of a roasted something.
It's actually a pretty decent cuvee. I didn't expect that. I actually think it's okay. It tastes like you did a Dunkelweizen but with black malt. It's like the Weissbier's world of black IPA.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of like banana and charcoal kind of thing going on.
I think it's like banana bread that's like really toasty and charry.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Guinness, we can try the Guinness on the side.
Of course.
Yeah, it's quite toasted. But the fun thing with Guinness, so many people I know, they think like Guinness is very hard to drink more than one off. I think Guinness is a very good session beer. It's
just called the Gauntlet Challenge.
Oh, I've done that too. The Guinness
Yeah.
Gauntlet.
And I got inspired, so I had to do it as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to beat
I think
people's
the
time.
problem was, I
And
chucked the
there was
can and
this much left,
Yeah.
and I had to down just this much, right? Nothing. I had to down it just to beat Peter's time. So I did it.
You beat me my time.
I did.
And then you threw
then I threw up all over you.
Over me?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was at your place when you lived in Sinai.
But that was not on camera.
No.
Okay. I tried until uni in chemistry and only lived in Ottawa for 2 years. Oh, I thought you were from Ottawa, dude. It was oxidized in Bourbon County. Oh, so sad to hear, dude. Edelmeister for one is your classics. I hate that beer though. But we can try and do a classic episode trying Edelmeister, but I'm not going to be nice. I hate that beer. And I think it's also because I'm just not a big fan of brown ale. And a lot of people say the quality's been gone down, blah, 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 blah. But okay, I guess it's a classic Danish beer, but fuck that shit.
But
Oh, no, we
then
can't
again,
curse. That's why viewership dropped. It's because we're cursing.
But I guess though.
I just do that when I have a couple beers.
Yeah. But I guess though that the quality is always declining, right? Isn't it because it's never as good as you remember it being?
I don't know. Nostalgia, of course, also often.
For example, I remember Brewdog as being pretty okay. Very good, actually.
Okay.
But I had some Brewdog recently. And it isn't.
Brewdog is fucking. I shouldn't curse. That's what I said. I curse so much. Too bad. Give us more likes, guys. Then maybe the cursing won't matter. YouTube algorithms now. If you curse too much, it's fucking censors your video. Doesn't spread it out. It was the same problem I had in a live stream not too long ago. It started off great, and then as soon as I started cursing a lot,
do they actually do that live?
there's filters for this live stuff.
Live?
Yes.
Okay. Fuck.
Stop. The thing is, Simon noticed the same thing. When Simon, Real Ale Craft Beer, talks about the whole situation right now in the world, about this thing, it drops because it's negative and all this. It picks it up. The algorithm, don't mess with you, but we got some thumbs up and then even boosted. We've got 4 people more.
So basically, you're saying that the filters do so you can't talk about
maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
situation.
Because maybe we shouldn't talk about it because maybe that makes it even worse. And this be conspiracy theories. Wow, we need a power cord in this phone because I only got 15% power. Do you have a power bank? Do you have a power bank?
Yep. Power bank, I have a...
Because I have my charger right there. Good that I noticed that. We've only been going for like 1 hour and 45 minutes. He's figuring that stuff out. Peter is a tech geek too, so he knows a lot about all this kind of stuff. But yeah, no ale Emerson. 21090 Brewing says cheers from Maryland. Cheers, bro. I have family in Maryland, in Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay. I've been there. Been to Chesapeake Bay. I had blue crab. Awesome. Blue crab cakes. Going crabbing. Mallard is only made in Chicago, but it has Swedish origins. Okay. Because in Sweden you don't call it Mellort, I think you call it Mellwood. Or we also have it in Denmark, which is called Mellwood, but I don't think it's very popular. I think the people who drink it, it's like homemade, and it's kind of like an akavit type thing more so maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't had it in a long time. Waving to Peter's girlfriend. Eating crisp. I had Jay Henderson said he had 2018 Bourbon County. 2018 Bourbon County. Oh, perfect. Okay, quick intermission to get power on the phone so it doesn't die in like 10 minutes. Then you can see my beautiful Trillium shirt that I actually got from Trillium when I was there. Actually, specifically, I got it for power. We got power. Now it's not going to die. And now Peter should hurry back because now it's my turn to pee. I've been talking for 2 hours and I've almost drunk four beers. 4 bees. Haven't peed yet. Let's see. Yeah. 2018. I had 2008 Bourbon County Stout in 2018. Perfectly stored for those 10 years, and besides those Moses carbonation, it was actually still good. That's awesome, dude. It's not too often that happens. We're also only 6 likes away from 50 likes, guys. So if you can like the video, that'd be amazing. It would be so cool if we could get to 50 likes. I was about to say the F word again. Try to stop that. Love dusty old bottle. Yeah, we're still talking about the... I have a hard time not cursing. The Kabesk. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to that. We got so many people just laughing at me, cursing and saying stupid shit. That's good. I don't mind making a fool of myself. Kabesk. Someone's like, yeah, thumbs up, so you know it. Okay, guys. Comment if we should have a shot of Kabesk bitter. I might not like it at all, but I think Pliny will. But comment if you want to see us have a shot and see what we think. We'll do a live tasting on that too. It said is for goodness and well-being in your stomach and courage. And that's for stomach well-being and courage. Okay. Anything from Funky Buddha? I mean, I've reviewed a lot of Funky Buddha back in the day, but I haven't had anything from them in years. Ever since it got bought up by Budweiser, I haven't had any Funky Buddha. So, and Martin is here. Hello, Martin. Martin Hostel. We met each other a couple times. Cool dude. Cheers, bro. But I used to love Funky Buddha. I've reviewed like a few different variants of their stuff because Michler got some, but ever since it got bought up, we haven't seen it in Europe. Hi, Martin. People are saying, yeah, cheers, Martin from Oslo. That's what she said. Hey, Tobias, are you talking about juicy peaches? Drinking Guinness draft from Florida. Awesome, dude. He's from England. He's drinking Melbourne. Stella and some Melbourne. Stella and French beer. Weizen with Guinness is crap load. It's not the best, but it's better than I expected it to be. She's from Florida, drinking Seventh Son Headbanger. And dude, you're drinking meat jelly? I'm in my living room watching on my TV, commenting on the phone. Hey, technology. I actually really enjoyed meat jelly. I can actually tell you that's going to be the review for tomorrow. It's my bottle of meat jelly. Tuning in from Wales, drinking some Dea Senescence. I don't know that beer, but I know Dea and I know Wales. I've been to Wales. I actually visited Simon in the kitchen. We reviewed a few beers. Actually, it was back in the day, and Jacob the Little Malt was there. He was so hungover during that day visiting Simon because we went on a full night out with Celtic Experience when I don't know if they still exist, but he was so hungover that he had to go sleep after we did the first video. Crazy times. Drinking Big Bad Baptist Peanut Butter Cup Edition. It's good stuff? Awesome. I actually wanted to buy it from Beardo, but they sold out. Because I've enjoyed most of the other stuff I've had from these guys. Guinness does go down easy. It's an easy drinking beer. I mean, if you drink just chuck it like the Gauntlet Challenge, maybe not, but yeah. It's fairly easy going, and definitely tell you. Had Guinness Export that expired in '99 last year. Lots of port and sherry notes. I found the bottle in a dumpster. Okay. Interesting. I've actually found a bottle in Aalborg. There's a bodega. Bodega in the States. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but it's just like a small corner store. In Denmark, a bodega is a type of like a dive bar, I guess, like slightly shady bar. It's gotten more popular in recent times with students because it's quite cheap. Mostly only bottled beer. And there was one locally, it's years ago I discovered it. They had a display of old beer bottles. And in that display, all of them were closed. There was was it like 89 or 88 bottle of Courage Imperial Stout from actual Courage Brewery before they were bought by Wells and Youngs. Crazy. People are laughing now. I don't know what they're laughing at. It's probably the Guinness mix we did. I remember watching your video review of Busch Light, and I couldn't stop laughing. You need to review more crappy US beers. It's gonna happen, man. Cornell. Oh, Cornell. That is. Isn't that Stefan? I think it's Stefan from Aalborg watching. Stefan, isn't that you? It says he's still hoarding 2012 BCBS. Or storing that anymore to see what happens with drink or trade now. I think you should crack a bottle and see if it's any good now, because 2012 is 8 years ago, and 8 years of age can go either good or bad. But you know, oxidation can be very prominent. So I definitely crack a bottle and see how it is. Because again, there might be a variation, but 8 years is a long time. Drinking fresh, verted, intimately spaced pylons. Beer of the year, but about Cabesque. People want us to drink. Please, yes, drink Cabesque. Okay, Peter, can you tell him? You get shot glasses. You tell him about what it is, and then I can go pee.
Yes, of course.
I have to. I'm getting up at 6 tomorrow to do barbecue in the morning. And I'm about to have a Cabesque. Great. I'm doing beef ribs. Well, I'm not. Okay, I can put them on at 10. It only takes 6 hours.
First of all, I need to get a couple of these.
Yeah, and you talk about the beverage and everything, and I'm gonna go pee.
Yes, and I'm gonna do it in the best broken English I can. So, well, first of all, I guess the most of you actually were here when I talked about this, but yeah, it's something I got as a present because I became a dad. Yeah, it's for your stomach, but also it's for courage, which you need when you're a dad. And it says it's a Danish bitter that's a classic produced with a secret recipe. And it's got more than 30 different herbs and spices. And I have no idea what all these stuff is called in English though. But yeah, it's you need a daily doses to prevent getting stomach aches. It says. But yeah, and also it says bitter is not something you are, but something you drink to not become it. So I guess that's kind of true. So I'm going to pour one for me and one for Peter. And actually, it's not the worst bitter I've had, but it is a classic. And also, I spilled a little something here. And also, this is a pretty good blend, to be honest, with the Guinness and the Weiss beer. It's not too bad. I think the banana kind of flavor yeah, mixes well with the Guinness. So, yes. And Peter is taking his time in the bathroom. So, what else can we talk about here? Peter! Just a moment.
You left them hanging, bro?
Yes.
You don't leave them hanging. I just need to be. You can just talk about all kinds of things.
Yeah. But sorry.
Well, we didn't lose any viewers, so that's good. I can smell that shit from a mile away. Okay, we're gonna have
But
Cabesque.
I'm not video material though. But
Don't say that about yourself. You're a fine young gentleman.
you can sit there and talk for hours.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm good at talking. I'm kind of like Tyrion Lannister. I drink and I know things, or something. Okay, where was we? Okay, people are saying that we. Okay, and people are saying hi to Tobias. Nils, did I just call you Jens? Sorry, I think I called you Jens. It is. Joe's here. Fuck, Joe. Joe's Arcade. Peter, what's up, bro? Joe, dude, Joe. When all this shit blows over, I need to come back to California and we gotta hang out. It was so fun hanging out 2 years ago. Joe is another beer tuber. He's a fucking cool dude. We had a great time. We hit up Pizza Port, and me and him shot a review. We shot a review of Blind Pig, and I was there with my family, and he was there with his wife, and we just left my family and his wife to go shoot a review, but we had a great time. Just chit chat, had beers. Cool dude. Most of you guys probably know Joe. One of the most cool, I think, chill beer reviewers on YouTube. But Joe, we're having shots. Oh, fuck this shit. I said I wouldn't curse, but did you tell them what it is?
Well, it is a bitter, as it says right at the bottom here. Bitter is not something you are, it's something you drink to not become it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So let's not become bitter.
Yeah,
and
this
drink
is
some beer.
this is a Silvon in Danish. That means it's a sidecar for your beer.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it all in one.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
It will
How
give
best?
us courage.
I really don't want to do this. Okay.
Yes.
That's not half bad. It's like Fenerbahce or something like that, but it's really peppery. I think if you served this to Simon, he would die because he died from Fernet. Fernet is also sweeter than this, but
It's a little closer to our bitter.
yeah. But if you've never had a bitter, you probably will hate it. But if you've had it before, it's actually not as bad. But how strong? Please don't be too strong. Is it strong? Yes, it's
30
strong.
something, I guess.
Okay, but I would rather drink
36.
Guinness Weizen. It's not very good. So awesome that you tuned in, Joe. I don't know. Joe is actually one of my favorite beer tubers, so that was why I got so excited. Mello, do you find it in Swedish? Best. Okay, so we call it bjäsk in Danish. Mello is fun. I mean, people just like gammeldansk is the worst bitter out there. Tobias, you're Danish. You can't say that. Be ashamed of yourself. Brett says he's glad he's not joining in for this part of the year. Well, Brett and Tobias, we're talking about making that carnival cheer. Maybe we shouldn't make it live that early in the morning. We're going to host Aalborg Carnival, but without going to Carnival, just reviewing beers from early in the morning.
Well, obviously, Carnival is
Not happening.
cancelled. So, yeah.
But Brett is glad he's not doing this. Yeah. This is turning into, whatever. It says Pete is pissing. Yes. What? We have a history
Yeah,
of talking about horses when Peter's not there. That's right. I like how they're taking over now, Brett and Tobias. That's right. They talk about horses when I'm not here. And we have a history of Brett being drunk, and then he's like, "It tastes like a horse."
Horse?
In the Christmas calendar, he starts talking about how a beer tastes like horses that feed raspberries to the world. But because he's so hammered, it's fucking hilarious. Go watch I can't remember. I think it's the 22nd or 21st. Danish bitter cask aged. Gammeldansk is the worst yet. Arne, so Arne bitter. No, one of my favorite bitters is Underbær. I think Underbær is quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's a bit more powerful than this, but it tastes more like Christmas.
Yeah. That's
Henrik Krüger says, "Hi guys." Hi Henrik. Cheers, bro. Top Shelf Beers is saying cheers to everyone. Cheers. Joe is indeed cool. I wish I was having shots with you. Haha. Work doesn't allow that in the moment. Yeah. Your work should change their opinions about drinking at work. No. That would be random. Okay, it's Corona times, guys. We're gonna let everyone drink at work. If it was like that, it would be weird. Yeah.
times are changing.
Times they are changing. Chin chin. Brett says, Joe saying I am. Reviews coming out from old school West Coasters. That's true. That's part of the new Throwback Thursdays segment. People like the statement. Bitter is something you drink not to get bitter. That is correct. What do you think about new American IPAs, basically with different kind of cereals? What do you mean? New kind of cereals? So what, American IPAs where they put in Rice Krispies or what? If that's the case, I'm going to say the F word and then say it like that, because apparently I can't do that on YouTube because then viewership drops, but that sounds stupid. I'm already kind of sick of milkshake IPA, and I'm getting bored with West Coast. I love West Coast, but I'm getting bored with. Well, maybe I'm not getting bored with New England IPA. I'm getting bored with mediocre or flawed New England IPAs. Even I think there's a lot of New England IPA that's hyped, but there's a lot of things that people don't look at as flaws. They just start to accept as part of the beer, like the herbaceous, spicy hop matter green flavor. It can be nice if it's not like chewing on hop pellets. But I think a lot of New England IPAs are so crammed with hops that a lot of them have that, and to me that's an off flavor. Then I'd rather drink a clean, bitter, refreshing West Coast IPA. I've made it to that point. Or pills. I've become an old man. I'm sorry. No, I still love the new stuff. I think we made it to the end of the comments. That's awesome. But yeah, I haven't heard of this thing with putting in cereal, but to me, it sounds a bit silly. If it tastes really good, fine. I'm all for it. Do it. But it is a bit silly.
But to be honest, I'm getting more and more just satisfied with a cold pilsner.
Yeah, but I like a good pilsner. A cold pilsner, but it has to be a good one.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably have. Yeah, no, we have a cold pilsner to try too today. So, well, yeah. Let's see. Joe says I used to love those beers. Haven't had them forever. No, that's great. They're talking about the port brewing beers. Not lunch, but punch. What are we talking about? Lunch, but punch? YouTube hates common Danish speech. In other words, if PC. Yeah, YouTube hates Danish speak. It's the problem with Danish. It sounds like you're eating potatoes when you speak. So YouTube probably thinks we're saying something else.
Oh, so basically they're thinking that everything we're saying is hate speech.
No, it's potato speech.
Oh, okay.
So guys, give us a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Let us know who's tuning in right now. We have a lot of people watching, talking. And we made it to the bottom of the comments. So let us know what you're drinking. We should have a coffee punch. What? Let us know what you're drinking. Where you're based in the world.
What is the oldest beer in your cellar? Peter?
What is in my cellar?
Do you have a cellar?
Yes, I do. The oldest beer I have in my cellar. I actually have something really old. What the fuck? Yeah, I do have. No, I don't have any more. I do have. I think the oldest right now is probably 2009 Fuller's Vintage Ale. Yeah, I think that's the oldest. 2009. What's the oldest you have in your cellar? The Carlsberg you didn't drink that was made 2 years ago?
I don't have anything edible that's more than a week old, I think.
Okay.
Oh, well, I have the coffee.
But I think that's the oldest.
That's pretty
I
old.
mean, I haven't. No, I do have some older Lambic. No, of course I don't. Not 2009. Yeah, it must be that. Coffee punch. What are hand Next time we should do another cuvee. Hand sanitizer and Guinness.
I'm getting the hand sanitizer.
No! Okay, you can do it. Peter's gonna review hand sanitizer and Guinness. But don't they put stuff in there so it tastes like fucked? Evening from Liverpool in the UK. Hope you're keeping safe, Peter. We are. It's just Peter and I. Well, yeah, I've been safe. I've been home from work, so I haven't been able to go to work. So nothing going on. 4 more likes and we have 50. Come on, guys. Let's get there. 4 more freaking likes. We can do this. It's 4 more. And we're at 50. That'd be amazing. And we're back up at 32. Drop down again. But it's really, this has been one of the most engaging live streams we've done. And it's really fun. Because talking to you guys, having the back and forth, make this so much more fun to do. So, yeah. Peter, are you really going to do this?
I don't know.
This is actual hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
I think you should, if you're going to do it, just put a little bit in a glass and pour it into Guinness.
Yeah. But anyways, they sold this at a car shop.
I touched my face. I touched you. Crap.
It's a car shop they sold this at.
They sell it everywhere.
No,
At
the time, there was no hand sanitizer to be found. There are loads of this.
And people are laughing at you.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee punch. Coffee punch? Is that what we're going to make? We're talking coffee punch. If we're talking about coffee punch, is that what we're talking about?
What do you need to put in that?
Coffee punch. That's coffee and aquavit and what more? I can't remember.
I don't have aquavit.
Not for us, but for when we do our carnival thing. If we're going to do the carnival live stream, it would be when it's evening for America. So maybe that's the way to do it. But I don't think anyone would tune in at like 8 in the morning from Denmark.
Okay, so
it sounds so bad, but
I'm
okay.
just doing a little bit here.
Oh my god.
This can't be healthy.
I mean, it's
what was it? It's ethanol and propane. Yes. So that must be good.
You idiot. What?
Well, first of all, it just smells of hand sanitizer. So, yeah,
Chug. I'm not gonna try that.
I'm not chugging it, no. Oh!
You actually just drank hand sanitizer, you fucking retard.
Yeah. That's not good for you. So I'm going back to this.
For fuck's sake, dude. For the views. Yeah, no one will know. Maybe we should just call it hand sanitizer share. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It just smells like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Now you're at it. Chug it.
No.
Maybe go pour it out.
That is just too.
Okay, there you go. People are just laughing. I think you shouldn't do it on YouTube.
To what?
Drink hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
Too late. Don't do it. It's not good for the liver. Not even Simon would do it, but Peter is also an idiot. I mean, I think just a drop will be okay, but
Yeah. I'm not drinking anymore.
no. Drinking Leviathan Brewing is You Should Ride the Coast. You Should Ride the Coast. Nice. I've never heard of that brewery. Cheers to Liverpool. Yeah, that's right. Brett's family's from Liverpool. Not even Simon would do it. That's Jesus. We come to the point of drinking hands. No, that's just Peter's stupid idea. I would never do that. Actually, in hospitals in Denmark, there used to be a problem with alcoholics stealing hand sanitizer to drink.
Yeah, that's true.
You just hit their points. No.
Yeah.
No, you did it for science, right?
It was for science.
It was for science. Fuck's sake, dude. Yeah. Tobias is going to leave now. Cheers, Tobias. People are saying don't do it and not do it, and then others are saying well done. Bad idea.
It is done.
People are like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, got that toilet paper on deck. Yeah. Is this shoe nice? Yeah, I know it was a small drop, but this was almost. You know, shoe nice.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
But
We just
he's chopping you and what have you. So.
Top Shelf Beer Reviews gave us $5 for science. Oh my god! Does it burn going down?
No, not really. It just tastes really bad. It kind of reminds me of you had this spray bottle that said IPA. And I wanted to taste it.
I have very mixed feelings about this. Feelings of being disgusted, but also really impressed.
But you had this bottle that said IPA, so I kind of had to taste it. What was in there?
What are we talking about? Oh yeah, no, that was you being an idiot. So the thing is, I work in a brewery, and we had I don't know, we call it a beer guild or whatever. We have a club. We actually have a bank account and a club order and everything. We made this as a stupid fun little thing because when we got jobs and moved away from the city and everything, it would be a very good. The hand sanitizer is kicking in. But we did this as a fun little thing for when we move and everything. We can have a thing to meet up around. So we put in money to account and we use that for meetings where we cook a very nice dinner and pair it with beer. And where was I going with this? There was a question about it. No.
It's about the IPA.
The IPA, yeah. IPA is good. There we go. Back to that.
It has nothing to do with IPA.
No. So the thing is, for one of the tastings I did, because I work in a brewery, I could borrow a whole tapping system for free. And I borrowed a tapping system, and we bought some kegs, or we rented some kegs. We put them on, and then to clean it, we have the 60% alcohol. Or I think it's 60 or 70%. It's called IPA split in most breweries. And we use that to sanitize tap handles. But Henrik, the general Gruse, and Plinne thought it was actual IPA, like it was a distilled IPA, and they drank it. And it was pretty much 60, I think it's like 70% alcohol or something. It's just for disinfectant in breweries. You shouldn't drink that. So that's the story about the IPA alcohol. I think they're putting their daughter to sleep right now. That's why what's going on. So That was the IPA Weizen. Back to the IPA Weizen, the Guinness Weizen. So the hand sanitizer is kicking in. Seriously, though, thanks for those donations. I know. I mean, I don't want to ask for donations and all that stuff. I think it's a bit silly, but it's very kind of you to donate money for us fucking just sitting drinking beer. But yeah, guys, we're at 47 likes. We just need 3 more likes, and then we're at 50. Well, now we're at 48. 2 more likes, then we're at 50. Then I think we hit a milestone of how much or how many likes. Yeah, we're almost 49. We're gonna hit a milestone of how many likes we've hit in an evening. YouTube even monitors the super chats. Are you serious? Whoa, dude, we hit 50 likes.
What?
Woo!
Do a face reveal.
It's my face. 52 likes. Whoa, shit. Can we get it to 60? I love it. Okay, so we have to be really careful about what we do and say because YouTube monitors. So no more hand sanitizer.
I think
Cheers.
you're being paranoid. You can say whatever you like.
Maybe, I don't know. Hopswatch says cheers, and Hopology Craft Beer says cheers. So we're almost done with Guinness, or I am.
I am done.
And then we're gonna bring a Danish classic in. We're gonna bring the bonus.
Oh,
beer.
I have
54 likes. Shit, this is so many likes, guys. This is amazing. I really wonder how the average has been on viewers because we've been floating around 35 to 30 for the last hour, dropping in and out. This is crazy. I can see why people like doing live streams and it's the interacting. It's fun to talk with you guys, but it just seems to get out there more, which is really cool. But Plinne, you should go get Leafjostwater.
Yes.
And then we can talk about the history of this beer because it's very iconic. And I think it's one of the best classic Danish beers. And that's the bonus beer. We already had a bonus shot, but we also. What? Oh, it'll take 5 minutes because he's gonna go out for a breath of fresh air, as you say in Danish. We're going 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's great. So, guys, let me know what are you drinking right now? Are you drinking, or are you not having anything? If not, what would you like to be drinking when your weekend starts? Is there anything you have in your fridge or your cellar you would love to crack? You're drinking water, Carlos? Cheers, Carlos. Water is good for you. My 3rd favorite beverage. Number 1, beer. Number 2, coffee. Number 3, water. Tuborg Classic. That's W.A. Hemskin. What's you were from Copenhagen or what? Tuborg Classic. That's cool. City beer though. Not a real Vienna lager or Dunkel lager, but if you had to have a really good Danish style classic, you're from Amager, cool, awesome. Amager, new brewery by the way, Kaleidoscope as a new brewery. How about hosting live streams on StreamYard? What is StreamYard? StreamYard, is that where you can do it with other people? I think I've done it with Simon from Yellow Craft Beer. It's where there's like the duck as a logo, right? 54 likes. Fuck. This is awesome. I think, no, Brett said 54. Yeah. Drinking Ballast Point. Okay, Geek Brain Dump. Ballast Point. Let me know, dude. Let me know. Is Ballast Point worth drinking still? Isn't it something like Constellation sold them off or they became independent again or something like that? I've been hearing that most of the stuff since Constellation took over is kind of like meh, but I remember Victory at Sea being crazy good. I've even been to Ballast Point myself. It's a great original brewery. Let us know, dude. Hopswatch says, got a couple smoked stouts from Mama Walkers from 18. Awesome, bro. The last MRBS I had was what I posted today. Wookiee IPA and Top the Axeman, which are great beers. And we will be reviewing the entire set of Double Black Mash, the new barrel aged versions and everything. We got some to review, but I don't know when it will be. We have loads of stuff back cataloged, and we have loads of stuff waiting to be reviewed in the Pipeworks. Just stuff we've got sent, stuff from sponsors, stuff that we bought. What a problem to have. We got a yes. Duck as a logo. Right. Okay. Cool. Leafjostwater every time for a supermarket beer. That's so true, Niels. Limfjordsporter is just like one of the best classics. And as I told from Denmark, as I said earlier, Olle, who's a very good spokesperson for both lager and porter because it's some of his favorite beer, said to me that he also thinks it's one of the best Baltic porters. Again, if you've ever had it, it's great. They've made some variations that have been quite ho-hum, but the classic is really good. They actually just released a 4-pack in Denmark, where they have the base, the regular one, with 3 other variations. One being extra licorice, the other one being oak aged, and the one being a cheap whiskey version. Cheap whiskey is a whiskey distillery in Thisted, but the cheap whiskey version is not aged in actual whiskey barrels. They've done that, but that version is just where they pour in whiskey to the beer, which I think is a shame. I would love to see a more commercial, viable example where it's actually barrel aged, but the problem is, I think their crowd is not going to pay 100 crowns for a beer, which is like $15 to $18, something like that. Even though it's barrel aged, they're not going to do that. They're going to pay max 20, which is like $3. But here it is. And you didn't get the small ones. You went for the big bottles.
Of course.
The pint bottles. Again, I have to be up early for barbecuing.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I'm just worrying beforehand because this is gonna be great barbecue. I'm doing Wagyu beef ribs. JK135 just picked up a I said fuck again. But 55 likes. We're so close to 60 now. If we get this share to 100, that would be a video to 100. That would be insane. I don't think I'm in one sitting or ever like I've gotten 100 likes in a video before, but not in like a live stream. 55 is already a record.
You are a terrible YouTuber, Peter.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, you have to say, if I get to 100 likes, I'm gonna do something.
If I get to 100 likes, I will force Peter to drink the rest of the hand sanitizer. No.
Why does it have to be about me?
I don't know, because I'm mean. You tell me to say something and do something. No. Okay. What did you next there? So, just pick up 3 Fontainen Homage until King Pinot Gris Noir today. Can't wait to drink it as soon. Also, Lost Coast and Claire Meats. Okay, awesome. I don't know the mead company, but I do know Homage. Homage is one of my favorite 3 Fontainen products. Till King Pinot Gris, I don't know if I've had it. I have the review coming soon of their Cassis whenever I post it. But we have some really nice lambic coming soon. Now, we have some, well, it's not hyped, it's rotational release, but we've got some Cantillon. I'm finally going to be doing, I've been wanting to do this battle for a while, but we're going to be battling the classic version, the original version of Vigneron with, I think is it Muscat grapes versus the new one they did was Vignoyer grapes or something. 56 likes. Yeah, gotta do that battle.
Practice your French.
Vignoyer. Have you seen those videos gone viral? I don't know if you guys seen.
Which ones?
Well, they're speaking
but
French.
I know how hard it is with French.
Where one word is the same in like duck is one word and then shelf is one word. Like the same word in English or different words in English has a very similar sounding word every single word in French.
Oh.
It's a new it's too viral. So.
I mean, everything sounds similar in French.
So I promised to get into. We got some comments and we'll get into them. But I promised.
Oh, are we behind with the comments again?
No way near behind.
No.
We're good. And it's guys, seriously, this is so fun, and I hope you're having fun too. But this interaction with you guys is amazing. It's actually awesome to talk to the people who watch what you do online. I know it's doing the videos. Again, I'm not the best at replying to comments anymore, but doing this is fun because it's really engaging. Hope you also find it fun. But as I said, I promised to tell you guys the story about this icon. Yeah. So this is. Oh no, I can just do this. I can press the screen and it'll try and focus.
Oh,
there we go.
but it's very nostalgic to us.
And just the label, it's the same. It's a classic label. So Thisted Limfjord. My first experience with this was in high school, where in Denmark, when you can buy beer, like the average drinking age is 16, and when you went to buy beer, whatever, most people would just buy the cheap stuff, whatever. They'd buy alcohols. But when I went, I would ask my dad for what to try because I wanted to try some things. And one of the beers he recommended that I should try was a porter, and it was this one, Porter. And he said, it's a very strong beer, you might not like it, but you should try it. And I tried it, and I really, really, really liked it. That was the first time I had it. And then since then, I got kind of like a nostalgic relationship to it. And it's just nostalgia, pure nostalgia. This is really good Baltic porter. Like, it's smoky, because it's made with smoked malt. It's made with English licorice. It's like really licoricey and roasty, and it's a true Baltic porter too, because it's a lager base and it's been lagered and everything. It's 7.9%, and yeah, so that was one of the first like dark craft beers I got into. And historically, this beer was actually made where we were from, in Aalborg, in the city of Aalborg.
Yeah.
And this beer was made at a brewery called Urban. It was we had two breweries in my city originally, Urban and Scania. Scania, well, it was on the other side of the fjord. I talked about it earlier in the live stream. It was the city on the other side, Nasundby. Those are two breweries. The brewery on the other side, Scania, was bought by Urban, and there was only Urban brewery. And Urban had a different, like a lot of Danish classic breweries didn't do anything but different types of lager or porter. So you'd get like Festbier, and you'd get a Dortmunder Export and a Pilsner and stuff like that. And then the odd brewery would do a lager. But because all fermentation went from being top fermented, like ales, to bottom fermented, they did Baltic porters instead. It's kind of like the same thing I think in Sweden. So a lot of the classic breweries, like Carnegie, they did like Baltic porter. I think it was Baltic too, but so in Aalborg we had Urban, and Urban was closing down. I think it was around 87 or 88 or something like that.
But wasn't it bought by Royal Unibrew?
Yes, so they were closing. Originally, they were bought by Royal Unibrew. I can't remember what year it was. But Royal Unibrew ended up closing the facility, closing down the brewery, keeping the brands, and it was brewed at, I think it's Thor and Thor beer. If you've been to Denmark, you might have seen Thor Blå Thor, or Thor Pilsner. It used to be a separate brewery. It's owned by Royal Unibrew now, and there was loads of these kind of breweries. They were all they came together to form what's called the Jysk-Fynske Bryghuset, the breweries of Jutland and Funen, which was kind of an attempt to combat Carlsberg, because Carlsberg was getting really big. So they it's almost like, before craft, it was small breweries trying to fight the big guy, but now they're as big as, not as big, but they're big and macro. But then the production of their beers went there. And before they closed the actual facility in Aalborg, Peter Clemmensen, who was the brewmaster at Thisted Bryghus, which was one of the few still independent breweries in Denmark, bought the labels for this beer and some other beers that he thought were iconic labels before they got to Royal Unibrew. So the beer that was brewed as this, the actual Limfjordsporter in Aalborg originally was not like this at all. Because when Peter Clemmensen took over the brand, he tried to perfect it, or brew it as he saw fit.
So he didn't buy the recipe?
I think it's actually only the labels.
So just the brand?
Yeah, pretty much, because he liked the label. It was something like that. And Tony told me, the brewmaster from Thisted, but it's been a long time. Or it was the brand. I'm not okay. That part is a little on the downside in terms of the memory, but I believe it was just the labels. But it was a different beer back then, and he changed the recipe, and it became a kind of like his brew house life work, making the beer what it is today. And I've actually had the very first batch from Thisted that he brewed. The one that's from 1989. I had it like 5 years ago or so. It was very oxidized, and it wasn't very good, but it was fun to try. But he just kept working on it until he stopped at Thisted. And it's since then been viewed by, I think, most Danish geeks, maybe not most Danish modern, I don't know. I think most Danes who like craft beer has a relationship to this porter because it's such a well-brewed porter, and the recipe has not been touched since he was done with it. And I think that's awesome. But I think there's a lot of people who come into craft. Thisted Bryghus gets a good amount of shit in the Danish beer scene. But they're also like they've gotten, as it says on the bottle, best Danish brewery of 15, 16, 17. They're not, making beer for geeks. They're making beer for the average Joe in the supermarket. But they just still have this one beer that just is awesome.
I really like what they do.
I think they have more misses than hits, but I really enjoy Ninja Sporta and some of the variants. Like the actual barrel-aged ones have been really good. This could turn into a very big banner about Ninja Sporta, because I know there's a few days
more
watching.
misses than hits, but actually they're trying to convert the general public into drinking something that's
but the thing is
different.
but they still have this, barrier, as a lot of the macros have. Like, it can't cost more than this and this to produce because it has to go out to mass. They sell it like supermarkets,
but still,
countrywide.
Everything they produce is well brewed. You don't really have the off flavors that you see in like.
That was the Guinness. Drinking Guinness side by side with Ninja Porter is like drinking water that's a stout flavor.
Yeah.
Wow. But no, I think this is a iconic beer, Ninja Sporta, and I've always loved it. I always will. And for me, this is a beer that has it, but I still have. I think it's really fun that Mikkeller right now put it on their web shop in the small bottle format, and it's not very expensive. If you've never heard of it, this is a must try. I think almost every Danish beer geek has been to this beer, and it still just holds up. But if you're expecting modern style beer, you won't like it because it's like raisiny, fakey, smoky, licoricey, and heavy roasty, and it's clean because it's a lager yeast. So
it's definitely not a sweet pastry stout.
No, it's got edge. You know what? It tastes like being at a bodega almost. Like it has that edge of like the smokiness.
I think they made a lot of different versions of this.
Yeah, I talked about
the one on oak.
Yeah. So
which is very dry and
too dry. This is the best version.
Yeah. That one with more licorice.
But they've done limited runs of actual barrel aged ones that's been really good. But the ones where they just pour in liquid, like booze, is not great. They've done a series of beer, rum and beer, Jack and beer, gin and beer. It's like what they do. They're famous for making. Peter Clemens, no brewmaster, love doing Steinlager or Steinbier. Traditional German style, where I think it's German, where you heat up a big rock, so it's like so hot that you drop it into the wort, and that's it's like ancient kind of beer. The rock cooks it or boils the wort and everything, caramelizes around the rock, creates flavors. They put in lava rocks to a tank to make it, and that's been kind of like a thing. So oh no, Peter spilled. But that's been kind of a thing. So they tried for the brewery. They've done so many. They call it Stenøl, stone beer, rock beer, and it's been a thing for the brewery. And they've done one like for Easter, Christmas, whatever. So they tried to do variations on that. So they made a base beer of Stenøl, and they've done versions of it where they poured in whiskey, rum, and gin. And I think they're quite terrible, to be honest. I would love for them to do like they're so good at doing traditional stuff. It'd be so cool to see them do like traditional barley wine or. Like do like a traditional stone beer with loads of chewy malt, like make a big rich malt backbone, and then try and age it in actual like bourbon barrels or something. Like do it like really old, paying homage to your roots, making those lava rock fermented or lava rock boiled stone beers, like with just loads of chewy malt flavor, like tons of malt, more expensive than you're used to, and actual age it in a barrel, and make it as an exclusive release. Because I think they have a big enough audience now to be able to sell it. Even though they're like supermarket brand beer for a lot of people, but I think they could, because that other stuff is just not that great, in my mind. But it's a brewery that has its place, and it gets a lot of people turned into craft beer. So, I mean, this is just iconic. If you want to try it, Mikkeller Webshop has it now. Shout out to Mikkeller Webshop.
That is
and this is actually
a great beer, and the rest of it is very average.
We lost viewers because we're almost at 60 likes. We just talked about Ninja Sport now for so long. Guys, I'm so sorry. We really fell behind now. The thing is, if I don't keep up with comments, I fall so far behind. I'm sorry. Still early here in Seattle. I have cans of Julius and Julius on the deck. Dude, brother, I'm envious.
You know what? I'm getting the laptop.
The laptop?
Laptop.
For what? For comments.
I'm getting the thing prepped for comments.
Okay. Luan says gonna start the weekend with Amundsen dry hop lager, Hamburger pills and hop tweak, and some Suncat beers. One that sounds pretty damn cool. Mulligan says I'll wait until tomorrow. Got an Urbach from Schlenkerla. Oh, that's awesome, guys. Schlenkerla Rauchbier for me is top notch. I love Rauchbier. Schlenkerla Märzen or Helles, I could session that stuff. People like, you can session Rauchbier? Yes, if it's well enough done. Or maybe even Spezial Rauchbier is easier to session if you want to, have a couple. But I have a little love relationship with Bamberg. I love the city. Franconia is just awesome for both lager and Rauchbier. If you ever get the chance to go, I have taken it. Let's just have a sip. Maybe that's also why I like Linktresport, because it's smoky. And now I want to allow myself to have a sip instead of talking. I always love smoky flavors in beer, so I think that's why I love Rauchbier so much. Fuck, we're so close to 60 likes. 2 more likes, guys, then we're at 60. Can we get there? Please, let's do it. Wow, we're almost at a fucking 60 likes. This is crazy. So, but Urbach, yeah, that's really good. The Urbach is it's they call it a buck, but we just hit 60 like that. What the hell? Someone gave us a thumbs down. What? It's because we drink alcohol. It's the hand sanitizer, I'm sure. Mulligan says, I'll wait until tomorrow. Oh, that was what I said. Hopswatch says, I like the oak mature version. Yeah, that one is really good. Ice Ship. And we're on 60 again. 60 likes. That's awesome, guys. Whoa. I don't remember the last time we did a video with this many likes, but we keep giving thumbs down. We have some trolls watching. What's going on? It's okay. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, the oak mature version, Schlenkerla, is awesome. Actually, I've been to Bamberg about one time a year or so now with work, and I love the city. And I know the people down there who run the bibliothek, and I have a friend who lives down there as well. And it's a fantastic city, and I've just had so many great times there. Just the food, the beer, everything. It's just so nice, and it's such a historic city. If you ever want to do like traditional beer vacations, we keep getting thumbs down. Who's thumbing down the videos? What's going on? No, but I like every time it drops down, it gets back up. Thanks, guys. But no, it's such a historic, so awesome historic beer city. It's so much worth a visit. I mean, if you want to see how it's like, you can watch. I did a video there. I did like a Bamberg beer tour, and it was, it's just a very, very nice place for historic beer. But it's only if you're into Franconian beer, like lager and Rauchbier. Since you've got one of them still saving it for something very special. Big, Bold, and Beautiful. Oh, that's really cool. Actually, Plina and I were the ones who reviewed Big, Bold, and Beautiful, and it was really, really good. It was really good. I think you should not go Hopswatch. I don't think you should age it for too long, because I think aging it for too long might be too much for the beer. It might be like oxidized. Okay, this is no longer mini, the computer says. Hopswatch says, so Geek Brain Dump says, independent and still great. I have the 2018 and it's great. Aged 6 months or so, way better. I forgot what we were talking about, Megan. What we were talking, was it Linktresport? Thursday is basically weekend now. Again, I'm behind with comments. I'm so sorry, guys. Independent and still great. What was it? Independent and still great? Was it my rant about these guys? Maybe. They're still in my bottle. Or in my glass.
I'm gonna move around.
Have you had any Mills? No, but so many people told us to try Mills. And it's been available. And I think Brett actually was talking to one of you guys, one of the subscribers, about doing like a kind of like a trade of sorts. That is so weird. Watching yourself on a live stream on a computer right next to it. Can you turn it to the side? Because I'm going to keep looking at myself or us over there. Or you want to try and just watch the... Yeah, but okay.
I just want to watch the comments, but
But I got them here. I'm just.
That's-
But yeah, no Mills.
Chef, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Then you
Oh,
can be
yeah,
full screen.
yeah, yeah.
Then we got a
Got
power
it
here.
Hello?
But the thing is, it needs to be closer to my face to see it. Smart dad.
It's kind of small.
We're talking about Tissa. People laughing at my pour. My pouring skills are poor. Oh man, this is so much easier. Or is it? Holy shit. Well, we missed a lot of comments. I'm sorry guys, it's hard to keep up, but it's really fun.
So
I actually have an easier time doing it here because I know where I'm headed to. Have you? So my dad is smart for introducing me to Tisa, of course. People say 500 milliliters. Yeah, 500 milliliter bottles. Black Cat from Amabokus. Oh, right. Is that good? I missed out on all of those, and those are like the smoky beers. Can you comment too?
Yes, of course I can.
Comment something. Oh, okay. Well, Black Cat, I missed out on those releases from Amabokus, but yeah. So hail from Anas. Anas, not all that's right. Okay, I don't have all the info 100% correct all the time. Sorry. I try though. Tastes like smoked licorice, oil-like in substance, and pretty damn cheap. I like it. That is a very good description of Nature's product. Someone say beer? Yes, Utah Outcasts. I met Clem at Tissa Boyfriends last year. Yeah. Hey, Utah. Rain on your parade! This is one of the OG subscribers from back in the day. Rain on your parade. Dude, you've been watching forever. Forever. I remember you. What are you saying? You said, did you get to try? No, I didn't get the triple hop lager from Bitburg and Sierra Nevada. It's not been in Europe. It's such a shame. I thought it was really good, but the first day it showed up, it was 4+ months old. See, okay, that's the situation I've heard from some people in the States, that when a lot of these beers show up, they're like 2 to 4 to 3 months old. So actually, the time we get it in Denmark seems like the same almost. I mean, this was 6 months, the Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
But the fun thing is the small breweries, they do these shared. So sometimes you'll see on the channel I review independent beer from random microbreweries in the States. But what a lot of them do in states nearby, they put a lot of beer together on a pallet, have it shipped to Europe, super quick, airship, and then we get it over fresh. But since it's a mixed pallet, loads of different beer from different breweries. Not crazy amounts, but that's how they do it. These are what I've been told, which is awesome. But yeah, which beer are you having? Utah Outcasts. People are talking. Do people know Utah Outcasts? It seems like it. People are talking to them. What's the next beer after? Well, it's Nitros, but after that, if we're having another beer, I don't know if we are. If you guys want us to drink another beer, we might. But I need to make sure to catch the last bus home, which is in. Can you Google that? Because I think it's like half an hour, maybe an hour.
Okay.
But otherwise, the next beer would probably be Carlsberg because that's Glenda's favorite macro, and he always has it on hand. Have you tried beers
Needs to be very cool, though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Have you tried beer from Hercules in Mexico? No, I have not. I've never heard of them. Nothing right now. It's barely afternoon. I really want to get Wasatch Spears Utter Darkness. It's an imperial stout, about 30%. Delicious malt smoke flavor. That sounds nice. I take it you're based in Utah. Gin and beer, and he's laughing. Yeah, we could make our version of gin and beer because Peter has gin here. I should have said that. Sorry.
Let's do it.
No, I don't think we'll be able to make it because I need to get home. Either that or Unibrew makes some amazing. Are you from Canada, Utah Outcast, or what? You talking about Canadian beer too? Unibrew? Terrible. Trois Pistoles. I remember those. La Fin du Monde. Those are classics, bro. Those are classics. 61 likes. I'm really happy we made it over 50 likes today, guys. This is awesome. Also, you want us to do another live stream? Let us know. Well, you already brought it up, so if I ever get to meet you in real life, X. It said Utah. Oh, who are you talking to, Housewife? I'm about this big, bold, and beautiful. Are you talking to us? Who's X? People laughing at my pouring skills. You gotta get a lot of head, man, and like to the. I'm not making an effort right now. I'm trying to talk to you guys. Have you noticed the thumbnails of the videos though? Like lately, we got some great fucking pours in those thumbnails. That's why it looks like shit in the video. One day, hopefully, it will be big enough for world traveling. What do you think about Stone Berlin being brewed on contract by Brewdog? Well, how was that story? Did Stone Berlin sell out to Brewdog or whatever? Yeah, I think I need to leave in like 30 minutes. We got like at least 30 minutes for this there. It sounds like Clint is bringing out a Pilsner because he wants us to try it, because I don't think I'll be able to finish this too. What do you think about Stone? So I haven't heard of that. I know Stone Berlin. What's going on out there? By the way, Canadian beer, we have some collector box coming soon. But what do you think about I haven't heard of it. I heard that Stone had to close down the Berlin facility and Brewdog was taking it over. I don't know. The new Brewdog, I just really don't like. It's just Brewdog has turned into what they were trying not to be. They were fighting against macro and commodity beers. Peter's bringing fucking gin and shit. We don't have time for this, bro. No, yeah. Brewdog has become what they were against originally. They were just, I would love for them to have a small, just a small pilot brewery to do some really cool beer. That'd be awesome. But every Brewdog I've had for the last year has been just not worth mentioning. And the barrel aged stuff really disappointed me. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. People are deleting their comments about you, bro. I'm kidding. Okay, if you ever get a chance, Ninkasi, Pacific Northwest Brewery, doesn't make anything bad. I've heard of Ninkasi. Isn't the one with the N as a logo, and it's got like a floral cone, whatever is it? We'd call it a kans in Danish. I don't know. Like kind of like Caesar, like that. I don't know what it's called. It has like that around the end. Isn't that Ninkasi? No. It's an old school brewery. Johan Olivus, it's Porter Hall of Fame material, just like Carnegie, only if it was way better. Kind of snow we used to. Yeah, that's the thing though. Carnegie has become more shit over time. Limfjords Porter is the fucking same. And I talked to Tony, the brewmaster, about it. He's like, that's one of the one beers we can never change. And that is what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear. Must have gotten yourself a dry throat there, maybe. Was I coughing? I don't know. Again, fuck, look at them. I am slow with the comments. Na 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 na. When the time's right, you should take a trip to Wales to see Simon and get Stone Crow live. Would be awesome. Well, Simon and I already talked about doing a live meetup again, so it's gonna happen. It's a matter of when.
That would be nice. Actually, we could take a motorcycle ride then.
Yeah. I mean, you've never been to the UK, have you?
No.
There you go. It's really cheap to get there. Usually. And we got thumbs up. Just don't drink the hand sanitizer. No, we're done with the hand sanitizer.
It's over. It's all over.
Why is it sticky? that could also be a good beer name. Why is it sticky? I've been watching your review since 2011, Midnight Watch. One of the first times I've seen you on a live. Seriously, bro. I've done it a few times, but I don't do it on the regularly. But maybe we should change that, because this has been a fantastic live stream so far. We're almost gonna have to. When was it I needed to catch the bus? In 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess we'll go for like 10, 15 minutes more, and then we're going to call it a day. So just quickly trying one. But very happy to hear you've been following for so long, dude. It's awesome. Seriously, the fact to think about some of you guys have watched me for 10 years of my life, or 8 or 5, is crazy. It's humbling and really crazy.
They watched you grow up.
They have. If you watch me on YouTube, or a boy to a bigger boy. If you actually watch me on YouTube, like the old videos to now, I haven't aged that much. But that's because I have okay, maybe a little bit, but I have a baby face.
Well, about 10 years.
Probably. But it's crazy. Time flies. Taylor said he thought people who dislike videos had no thumbs. Oh, that's why they're angry. They're envious. Read my comment and I'll take my thumbs down. Oh, I forgot to read your comment. Fuck. Dude, search for rain on your parade. That's why he thumbed down. No, I did read it. If I got to try Bitburger on the Sierra Nevada collab, the triple hops. You thought it was really good. The first day you had it, showed up, it was 4 months old, it sucks. Yeah, but yeah, it's not been here, so people are just laughing now. I don't know what's going on. It's good, yet the weakest of those releases for UK smoker beers, Rauchweins by Tom's. I've never heard of them. I had a friend who described bean transporters taste as ash and cancer.
I have no idea what cancer tastes like. So I guess unfortunate in that way.
Yeah.
Ash and cancer.
That is one of the most hilarious tasting notes I've ever heard for a beer. Ash and cancer. Had the same here in Florida with Alpita Purple Haze, old beer. Yeah, I do more beer. People want us to drink more beer. How far is the walk if you miss the bus? 3 hours? It is actually 3 hours. I looked it up online. If I'm on a bike, it is about an hour and a half, but I don't have a bike.
I was about to say, Maya can drive you, but the car is totally...
Yeah, because you hit a deer.
Motorcycle license.
It's hard to start drinking, then stop. No, it's not hard to stop drinking. Or what are you saying? It's hard to start drinking. I don't get that comment. It's easy to stop. From Utah, but I drink worldwide. Ah, cool. Utah isn't Canada. Yeah, I know Utah's not Canada. It was just because he was talking about Unibrew beers. I've been watching for a few years now. Very cool. Thanks for the advice. Insomnium for the win. I guess that's for you, Peter. Beerjum was a brilliant intro. Thanks from Lincoln, England. Cheers, James Brown. Cheers, bro. Super chat at the cost of an Uber instead. We don't have Uber. You guys are fucking hilarious. But unfortunately, we don't have Uber in Denmark.
No. The only way you can get home besides taking the bus is taking the taxi.
Yeah.
And taking the taxi, how much is that? That's like 400 kroner from here.
Yeah, it's way too
expensive.
expensive.
So I'm going to find out how much that is.
Yeah, but we're not going to have people who watch me pay for my Uber so we can sit along or taxi home.
I might.
That seems like for me, it seems like me being a dick to you guys, seriously. Gotta keep going till I'm out. We need to get you going till you're okay. Stopping drinking after stirring feels strange. What? I don't get that. Yeah, Stone Berlin sold business and building the Brewdog, but they kept the staff. That's really nice of them. X is the guy behind Utah Outcast. Sorry for
How
vague
can
comment.
they keep the staff and
Okay.
still make worse beer?
Okay, from Utah Outcast, and Carl and I am from the show a huge beer drinkers. But what is that? What show is that? Utah Outcast. What show is that? There's something. Do you guys have a YouTube channel or something? I don't understand. I'm not following. Sorry, Brewdog. I got into taste so bad. Yeah, Brewdog is not great anymore. What was your first experience of craft beer? Yeah, Brewdog just went like. Brewdog became what they were trying not to be. The last really good beer you had from Brewdog was Jackhammer. The last really good beer I had from was one of the Paradox beers. I talk so much and don't drink. Cheers, guys. You want me to do a review of hot curry with salmon? I would love to cook some awesome food for Simon. If you go on his channel and you see him try the langoustine lobster, I've never seen him that scared in his life. A langoustine lobster is fucking amazing.
Why would he be scared?
He didn't like it. It was just a look of, like the little shellfish.
Oh.
And then the brewer from the brewery was telling him, "Are you sure? Like, this is a delicacy." He's like, yeah. But he just didn't like it. He's like, "Do you rather have some chips?" Yeah.
Dude, it's like, have you ever had?
But it's like either you like seafood or you don't. I love seafood, so.
But yeah, loving seafood is one thing, but if the eyes are still there and they're looking at
People say I still look the same. In my New Mexico videos, I think you did a review with someone. Yes, in an airport parking lot in the States. That was Chad. I did a review with Chad from Chad's Beer Reviews. Because he knew I was coming to the States and I had a layover in New York. And he drove from Albany to JFK because I had a 2-hour window so we could review a beer. And he had the Three Floyds collab with what's their face? Amon Amarth, one of my favorite breweries, metal bands. Their first collab, Ragnarok, and we reviewed it in his car. Since then, they've actually done a couple other releases. We got them coming. So
it's not hard to understand. Once you start drinking, it's hard to stop.
No, it's quite easy. You just stop drinking, you put the drink down, and you go because you need to leave. Why? But why did you focus that?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. It's not hard. Oh, yeah, it was right there. It was the second time. Taxis will get you bankrupt. Yeah, but we only have. The thing is, because of unions and stuff in Denmark, Ubers are not allowed.
And also, taxis are honest.
400 crowns is 33 pounds plus YouTube take 30% of tube. Anyone want to go 4-way split? Guys,
no.
you shouldn't do this. Someone
Don't do it. Peter's gonna take the bus.
Yeah. Because I have my bus pass, or no, it's like an Oyster card, or what do you call them? Something in the UK, you beep it, and then you pay when you arrive.
And Outcasts is one of the greatest shows on YouTube, and they have the best patrons in the world.
Okay, I need to watch you guys. I'm so sorry I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna check up on it. Can you guys, can one of you guys send me a message on the channel or something so I don't forget it? Because there's been so much info and comments and shit today, because I'm gonna forget it. I'm 100% sure. If you can send me an email with Outcast the show, I'll go check it out. Because there's been so much info. This is crazy. It's been so fun because it's so interactive. But yeah, the greatest show on YouTube. They have the best patrons in the world. This is awesome. People want to donate for Peter's tax fund so I can keep drinking beer. Don't. It's fucking hilarious. It's so stupid.
Don't do it.
That's funny. It's so funny. Danish government banned Uber because it's threatened. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's why they banned Uber. It's because it threatened to take over taxis, so taxi people would get out of jobs.
There's still a word for Uber.
We have 10 minutes.
Taxi.
Yeah, very good. We have 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Odin guide our ships, our axes, spears, and swords. I'm on mouth. Yes. You're the guy who sent me 2 bottles of zombie dust you had for the midnight. What you are? Holy shit. That's ages ago. That's so cool. Okay, we got to the bottom of the comments. I'm so happy. We made it. But dude, that's right. The Panther, Steven. I haven't talked to him in years. I think he has a kid now. But yeah, the Panther. You know, it was when I studied in the States. I made videos with my roommates for fun. And Steven was drunk one time. He was like, what should your YouTube name be? He was like, the Panther. I was like, done. You're the fucking Panther. It was so stupid. But yeah, we got 10 minutes left, guys, before I need to take the bus. So
I'm happy you changed your name.
I changed my name?
Yeah.
No, he was called
From
the Panther.
Panther.
No, he was called the Panther.
No, I think you were called the Panther.
No.
Yeah. I guess I'm drunk on this. I don't know.
Defense support is really strong.
So I'm getting some more. Yes.
It says Chuck. Just stop drinking. Okay, I'll try to remember that one. To stop drinking. How? People say how to stop drinking. Just stop drinking. Like this is like I'm not having more. Oh, I need to catch the button. I've only had. Actually, we've had a few. This is the 5th beer today. But then I think it's a good beer to end on too. I mean, Imperial Porter is a strong beer. People are just laughing. They're Santa emojis. Yeah. No. I think there was comments about it. We did an interview a while back where people were talking about craft beer and alcohol. I think if you could balance it, it's perfectly fine. But I think a lot of people also can use it to hide something that people don't want to talk about. But I don't see myself having a problem with it at all. You know,
We're
I
talking about
the only
alcoholism.
yeah no we're not gonna get too into it. We're just people are talking about it for fun. Right now, I'm doing this for fun on YouTube because of you guys. I wouldn't sit on Thursday evening just getting drunk on my own. And Peter's like, I would. Sorry.
I think I kind of want to get fucked right now. But yeah, I can say that because of the YouTube
Algorithm. But you know what, guys? I'm so happy we got to 62 likes. It's awesome. You guys said you made your day. I'm so happy to hear that. I mean, this is the end of the share, the end of the live stream. This was fun. We're gonna go for 10 minutes more. When was it? I need to leave it. Was it 20 past? Let's just check out. Where is
I think Peter, Carlos Yaros.
wait a sec. We're gonna come. Yeah. So we can do max 5 more minutes because I need to walk to the bus just to be safe.
Yeah.
Is that still
5 minutes more? That's it.
How do we get back to the comments? Sorry. Made your day. Do a drunk stream one of these days. No.
I think we should.
I said no, and you're like yes.
I love being drunk.
There you go. It can be fun, but I prefer being sober.
What?
Not no. I like being sober. I like being drunk once in a while. Having a couple beers is nice. This is nice for me. I can feel we've drunk a few beers, and finishing on this one is good. I'm not gonna be like terrible in the morning. Like when we were younger, we partied so hard, but that life is I'm done with it. If we're doing that, it has to be like once every blue moon because your day is ruined. When we were in college, we partied so fucking hard. It was crazy. I think everyone does that, at least most guys. But we get comments about partying. We can be the Danish shoe knives. No, Peter can be the Danish shoe knives.
No, I don't have the stomach for it. Maybe Henrik.
He said, "Here, this is a great. I like being buzzed. Yeah, just a slight buzz is fine.
Yeah.
Like being wasted drunk, you know. Yeah.
Actually, that's
We get into politics of being drunk.
the same way I feel about weed, right? I mean, you can smoke some pretty hard weed, right? But it's just too much. It's not nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next live stream. When is it? Simon is 40. You ain't 50. I know I'm not that old, and blah blah blah. You know, but yeah. What would Peter is funny. I like him. Okay, thanks. That's you nice. Simon is 40. Next live stream. 2.7% IVs, and I feel great. Weed and beer. Ganja water. What? Are you serious? Someone just fucking donated $20. Dude. Beer money for your next live stream. Are you fucking shitting me? This is like more like the donations this week is like half of what I earn on YouTube in a month in this one chair. It's silly. Hey Brett, that's right. Usually I don't like to get really drunk. Well, once in a while, but a few weeks ago, Brett and I got really drunk. But that was on you, Brett, because you were the one who said, "Hey, let's have a few beers." And let's not get too much into it.
Well,
And talk about lost phones. No, okay. Once in a while, of us is fine and it's fun, but you have to be careful that you don't do it too often. I guess it's not too. I don't know why are we talking about politics and drinking right now. We're just having fun. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe Jay Helson just donated $20. I mean, we're almost at a fucking taxi home now. It's stupid. What the hell? That's crazy. We're gonna great stream, guys. We'll definitely tune in next stream. Who do you want to see in a future stream? Let us know. Brett is a must. All of you guys mentioned him, or a few of them, few of you, and we got more. And we got more. Stop giving me money, guys. Stop.
But yeah, it's a good question. Who do you want to see in a future stream? Who do you want to see?
Brett is saying that this is going to be money for ganja water. What are you going to spend the money on? Not a taxi, ganja water. No. Yeah, but laughing at Simon and all that. Yeah, I know. We're just having fun. We're just laughing, having a move, having a gaff. Weed and beer. I hear you guys get a bad stomach ache. Now, if I drink, no, I don't. I don't get a bad stomach. More the problem is like if I get drunk when I was just a couple of years younger. wake up, no problem. I still wake up with kind of no problem, but the hangover as you've gotten older seems worse. And you just seem like the day after, you just ruin the day. Like you don't get anything done. So I like to spread it out. So like maybe have a beer or two or so in a day, and then that's it. So you're not too hungover. Or if you're doing a review, actually most of the time I drink beers for reviews. If it's for parties, it's a different story. We have some.
I gotta admit though, just a few beers like right now.
It's perfect. I'm not gonna be terrible tomorrow. I'm gonna feel
I
a
will
little
be
bit.
hungover tomorrow.
You will?
I know. So yeah.
We're talking
Anyways.
about politics of hangover. Holy shit!
Hand sanitizer.
Stop giving me money, guys! I told you to stop. It's you were idiots. No, it's really nice of you, but I am not asking for money. Okay, money for ganja water again. I live in Tisted. It's not that far away. You live in Tisted? Housewife. Do I know you? Money for hand sanitizer. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up just before this ends. What time is it? Shit, we need to end in 3 minutes. The last few minutes here, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
You guys who donated, I told you not to do it, but you guys are fucking amazing. I mean, this is going into the Peter Taxi Fund.
And Tyler Benz 420 says try some good supplements. Helps loads.
Yeah.
So I guess we need some vitamins.
Maybe. Oh, you do. Again, as I said, I don't get the worst hangovers. It's just like if I go really like with this we had today, I'm gonna be fine tomorrow. But if I go really hard, like festival hard, I'm gonna feel it.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel it for days though.
For days.
Yeah. Anyways, you should do a Zoom beer drinking session with some of your oldest subscribers sometime.
What is Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom is kind of like Skype, I think. Actually, do the Corona thing. I can't say that. That's a word, I guess.
And someone in Tisla just gave us 50 crowns. Dude, stop!
Oh yeah, the boss. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Actually, guys, it's very nice that you let us go, because otherwise I'm gonna forget it. We got 2 minutes. So, any final questions? Whatever we're gonna answer.
So, Peter.
And someone's making a money face.
If you
No, because
chuck
I'm
the
not.
hand sanitizer, you get $50.
I'm not gonna fucking chuck the hand. I'll chuck the rest of the leafless water, but I'm not gonna do it for money. Should we just chug it? Chug it on stream.
Cheers.
Okay, that's gonna hit me in the bus, I think. Where's the water? I could use a glass of water after that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Ron
I'm
Forrest,
gonna read some comments for you.
No, okay, this is gonna be the last comment.
When are you gonna stream the next time?
I don't know. We're gonna try and plan it probably with Brett, because Brett he wanted to be on the stream too. So, oops. Hey, we just chugged leafless water. Run Forest, bottom up. When's the next live Skype? Blah, blah, blah. So, guys, I don't know when the next live stream is going to be. We're going to try and do one. This was fucking hilarious, and you fucking sent me 400 crowns. You were crazy. I don't want to. I feel a bit ashamed about getting money from you guys because we're just sitting, hanging out. But still, thanks a ton. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. I think it's going to be whenever Britt and I find time. Not this weekend, maybe in like 2 weeks or so. I don't know. But if you follow me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, you can see when we're going to do the next one. Otherwise, you can see it on YouTube as well. Because last time with this one, I did a little petition. What do you want me to do now? I knew you were. No, you can do that yourself. You can do that yourself. What are you doing? You're pouring gin.
Yeah.
If you want to drink that now, you have to be quick because you have 1 minute and then we're off.
I can drink all night.
Yeah. They say you're the man. Drink shots, it keeps Corona away. Okay.
Well, it's like Donald Trump says, you just
Look at
have
that.
to inject
It's
sanitizer.
Limfjordsporter gin and tonic. But yeah, so let's keep going. Live stream. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. It was fun. Next time, I think we should try and be a bit further ahead of time. If you guys have suggestions or something you'd like to see us drink or do a live stream on, let us know. Topics, beers, whatever, mead, I don't know. Let us know. Shitty cider. And we can try and bring that on the next stream. Just whatever you want. Wouldn't put my money on it at Ben and do this. No, I'm gonna do it, Hopswatch. I'm gonna do it. But it's gonna. People want elephant beer.
See, I'm kind of down for that.
Of course you
But
are.
then
You
again,
fucking
I-
retard.
Yeah, I just love to drink though. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But,
let's have a stream one time where
Yeah.
we just drink.
no, we should. You just want to drink. We should have a stream where they choose the beers for us. So that could be fun. So I can put a petition out on what I can get, and you guys can decide what we try, something like that. But it's gonna take a little while. But let's aim for in 2 weeks' time or so. I don't know, something like that. It depends on whenever we have time. But now we have to end it because I need to catch my bus. But thanks so much for watching, guys. This was one of the most fun shares we've ever done. It's so great to talk to you. It's been hilarious. We've got some great stories. We've got fantastic comments. And you were even silly enough to pay me exactly money. But yeah, this was great fun. So I'm going to say cheers in water. Is that a shame? Should I say cheers? No, Linda. We're going to be awesome and say cheers
Oh, cheers in Kabask.
in Kabesh. We're going to finish with a shot of Kabesh.
Yes.
That's how you finish a live stream.
So Peter,
Yeah.
here's your Kabask.
I need to get up. I can get it good enough for sleep. People are showing the horns. So we're going to say cheers in Kabesk bitter.
Cheers in Kabask.
Thanks a ton for watching the stream, guys. This was amazing. This was so fun. And we're going to get to time it with another one, do another one. Maybe announce it a bit more in time. Maybe have you guys choose the beers. We'll see what we figure out. But we're going to do another one. Don't you guys worry. It's not going to take 6 months until we do the next one, I promise. So cheers in Kabesk. We're going to drink this. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, cheers. Let's do it. And see you guys in another live stream. This was great. Cheers.